following show features reviews from wildly unprofessional critics operating without the supervision of professionals. The thoughts and opinions held by these individuals are not to be taken seriously and do not come from a place of intellectual integrity. This show doesn't reflect the opinions of Criticless or its users. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's time to finally stop the constant flood of filth and propaganda coming out of Hollywood. Fill the airwaves 24/7 with that garbage. We gonna do the same thing.
I'm still here, you shit eaters.
What's up? What's up? What is up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Criticless Cast Unhinged. We are back, and we have a big episode for you guys today. I am ready to chat about all the things because I actually just got out of seeing the new Mortal Kombat 2 film in theaters, which just dropped today. Not many people have seen it. I have seen like one or two reviews that have actually come into the site. I'm very interested to hear everyone's thoughts because the first film that came out a couple of years ago was actually a bit more controversial than I realized it was. And so I'm really interested to hear everyone's thoughts, and I'm curious to see if I'm going to be on the same page, because last time I apparently kind of sort of wasn't, because I liked the first Mortal Kombat film, and so did Matt. So yeah. And also we have a Matt is here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining already.
Yeah, and as you might have seen with the thumbnail, it's only me and Matt on the thumbnail because yeah, there's we don't have a Chris today, believe it or not. I didn't even bother to set up the empty chair camera, too much work.
Yeah, too much work.
Right. But if any of you don't know, when Chris goes through these little hiatuses, it's really actually that he has a mail order bride that a lot of people don't know about. But well, see, that was the thing, is that it seemed like a mail order bride, but it turns out that it was actually didn't we decide that it was a mail order AI bride, right? Wasn't that what it was?
They're really demanding.
Yeah. And so, but then that wasn't working out. So I don't really know what's going on with the guy, but in all seriousness, actually, he's had some chaos at work. And so things have gotten really crazy. And as you all also know, or might not know, he's a Fed. And so when the government man comes knocking, you got to answer, or he's up the creek.
Sometimes when work calls,
you
get stuck.
Yep. That's how it goes. So anyways, that's what's going on with Chris. So it's just me and Matt today, which is totally fine. We will be all right. We will hold down the ship until Chris is back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so today, like I said, though, we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat 2, but that is not the only thing that we're going to be talking about. The initial plan and the big review for today, before I decided to go see Mortal Kombat, was Small Soldiers. And if you never have seen Small Soldiers, what are you doing with your life? But Small Soldiers came out in 1998, and this film has become rather infamous over the years, and if you are a 90s person, then there's a good chance you know something about it, and this is one of those cult classics for sure. So I'm very excited to talk about it. You guys voted on it, and now it's time to actually review it. But before we do all of that, we got to get the pleasantries out of the way. Like I said, we already did introduce Matt, but I mean, Matt, how are you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. I'm having car problems, but don't get a Fords.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Hey, my Bronco has been just fine.
Your Bronco's been in the shop multiple times.
What? Well, that was not mechanical.
I'm thinking about the window not closing.
Oh yeah, that did happen. I never took it to the shop for that. It just fixed itself.
Oh, okay. Well, my Ford has had a lot of problems, and so it's gonna not be mine much longer. But other than that, I've been good. Just busy.
Right. Nice.
So
nice. Well, and I did want to show you guys, if you do go see Mortal Kombat early in IMAX, apparently the gift for this movie is cards. I got these Mortal Kombat cards, and they messed up and gave me 2 packs. So I have a whole slew of Mortal Kombat IMAX cards, which is pretty cool. I did manage to get Johnny Cage
Nice.
and Baraka. So I got some cool ones.
With these cards, is it just you get some of them and you have this
Yeah.
many because you got both packs?
Yeah. The only reason I have
Gotcha.
more is the lady literally screwed up, and it was the first showing of the day. They're like thin packs, and she just happened to grab 2, and I was like, ooh. I was assuming they were all going to be the same, but I got different cards. So if you do go see it, go see it in the theater, you will be getting these exclusive, because I think that is the thing, is they are IMAX only, like AMC ones that you get. So if you do end up going to see it in IMAX in AMC, that's, I think, the only way to get these, which is pretty cool.
I really love when theaters do that little extra. So like when we saw Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, the last one, not a great movie, don't get me wrong, but we got the cool the pins.
We got pins.
We got Ghostbusters cool
pins.
Ghostbuster pins. Yeah, and I was like, heck yeah, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, I actually got it in the car when I went to see Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I got like a nice thick like poster, like a pretty big poster.
I always have a hard time with posters because I'm just like, cool, I have a poster now that I don't know what I'm gonna do with anything with, because I'm not gonna hang up a random movie poster that's like a foot by 2 feet.
Right. Yeah,
I'm an adult. I don't hang up posters willy-nilly.
I found one the other day that I got that I might hang up, actually, that I forgot about. And it was the same type of a giveaway, but it was for the original Doctor Strange movie. And it's like a trippy, like psychedelic poster. And I found it. I had like stuck it in a book, and it's really cool. I'm like, I might actually put this up. This is pretty rad.
I mean, I guess if you have enough of them, you can do like a wall. If you have a space where you're like, I want to have movie stuff.
Just put up these exclusive movie poster walls. That could work for sure. But yeah, so y'all let us know. Have you gotten any cool like swag from going to see a movie? Also, I like that Weird Robot said that Chris has a male spelled M-A-L-E order bride. Yeah, that is Chris. He's definitely got a male order bride for you.
Probably came from Thailand.
Right. Yeah, exactly. The lady boy order bride. So yeah, that very well might be what Chris has gotten himself. So, and he is heading out of the country soon. He's where is he? He's headed to somewhere out that direction.
Don't remember.
It's somewhere over towards Asia.
Okay, I thought it was like South America.
No, I think it's not Thailand. He's heading Chris.
Yeah, y'all won't see Chris for a long time.
Yeah,
he's troubled with work, and then he's gonna be on vacation for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Right. But
it'll be probably a month at least.
It will probably be a month. But y'all will have to let me know. I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but Beardo and X-Wing have said that they want to come on and review Pacific Rim on this channel. So I think that should happen. And I think we could probably get Mo Zamboni too, because he's also never seen it. So absolutely. Also, Doc says he got his Criticless swag. I love it, dude. Glad you got it all in. I put a few extras in there for you. I stuck some stickers and buttons and stuff. So glad you dug those. I figured you would. So glad they got to you on time. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get into business as usual. But before we do that, I did want to pull this up because holy smokes, Bob came in hot and said for $50, said, unfortunately, I won't be able to hang with you guys tonight. I'm headed to the theater now to see both Mortal Kombat 2 and Sheep Detective. Dang. And I look forward to seeing the replay and hope you guys have a great stream. Well, Bob, thanks a bunch. I'm sure we will have a great stream, and I hope you can have a good time at the movie.
Yeah, dude, I love having a child.
Right.
But I also miss the freedom of being like, I'm going to go see 2 or 3 movies.
Right.
Yeah, because what a great Friday night. Like, you go, double feature, you ton of popcorn, just relaxing. You're there for 4 or 5 hours, get to see a whole bunch of cool movies.
Exactly.
I miss those days.
And I'm sure, be on the lookout. I'm sure Bob on his channel, on Bob Loves Movies, he'll be dropping reviews for both these movies. I've heard really good things about the Sheep Detective, actually, or Detective.
It seems like it's a cute movie. Yeah. Not a kid-friendly movie necessarily, because it's like about a murder.
It is, but what I've heard is it's not like that dark. I don't know. It's supposedly, from a couple of the things that I've seen, actually, subject matter aside of it being about a murder, like it's actually fairly like more kid friendly than a lot of more modern, like no agenda stuff, none of that crap. Like it's just very kind of old school film.
Yeah, because I was debating going this weekend to see it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I don't know. It's
Right,
about
it's-
murder. It's
right.
kind of a darker material for a kid to see.
Oh, a young kid, exactly. Yeah. So I guess we'll see when y'all start dropping your reviews and Bob drops his and stuff on Criticless. We can see what the opinions are on it and if it's worth seeing. I'm curious. I'm not exactly jumping towards it, but we'll check it out. So let's see here. I just wanted to go ahead and look through the chat and tell all of you guys hello that we haven't said hey to. I see Maester P in here. Really Old Movies hopped in. I see Jay Andrew. We have Doc in here. We got Risk It for the Biscuit. What's up, brother? And what did you say? Oh, you didn't get a chance to check it out? No worries, dude. Yeah, this is one worth seeing at some point. This is yeah, and I love how everybody calls it homework. Yeah, it is a bit of homework.
Do your homework. That's how I'm like, all right, it's Wednesday. Gotta do my homework.
Time for the homework, exactly. And Life on Marshmallows is here as well. And if there's anybody, like I said, Weird Robot, Jay Crilly, anybody else I'm missing, what's going on? Glad to see you in here. And also see Linko Kenobi, what's going on? And we'll be looking out for your review too, buddy. But yeah, let's go. Oh, and Toby Sarah as well. What's going on? But yeah, let's go ahead and get into our first segment of the show. The one that keeps everything interesting and fun, obviously, is our Culture for Boomers. Oh, and I did want to bring this up. One person I did not say hello to that I saw in here talking crap. I saw my Dixie in here, and he said that he was having problems the other week, and I never responded to him. Firstly, my Dixie, I actually responded to you in Criticless and answered your questions last week, but I'm guessing you didn't see it.
Maybe it was a spam.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, in the Criticless spam folder that we have.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, it's so I did respond in Criticless, but you might not have seen. Totally fine. And I did get your email, and I did respond to it. So hopefully you should have that. If you don't, then something went wrong. But we should be able to get you situated because I did send you an email back first thing this morning. It was actually the first thing I did to start out my day. You're welcome. But we are going to go ahead and dig into Culture for Boomers because, we got to keep you guys abreast of the things that are happening on the internet, aka just all the weird shit that I'm finding. But we got to check back in. It's been a few weeks. There's a guy, this Mountain Dew fellow that we talk about.
Yeah, Mountain Dew, bro.
Yeah, our Mountain Dew dude. We've been talking about him every couple of weeks because I just think he's a special individual that deserves a spotlight. Apparently, he has a YouTube. Did not realize it.
I mean, why wouldn't you have?
But one of the things that we had started seeing was, he's drinks all these weird Mountain Dew mixtures, right? He drinks like tuna dew or whatever it is, all these nasty things. But the other thing that he's become notorious for is deep throat and glizzies.
Naturally, as one does.
Yeah, he can throw to glizzy, and it's impressive. And so this guy, he's given into the pressures of the internet. As you guys know, as folks that stay in the chat, it's pretty easy to pressure us in this space. And this guy, he got the pressure applied, and they wanted to see, how much glizzy he could actually gobble, Okay. And all
right,
he's done the unthinkable, the unimaginable.
A 3-footer,
bro.
You guys want to know something? All right, you guys want me to take on a bigger challenge than the ones I done with the 5 hot dogs, and you want to see something bigger and longer? Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Start to do. I got a 12-inch long hot dog. You guys want to see and check see if I can handle this or not. Well, I will do my best to try to show you how this is done. All right. So let me show you something right here. All right. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! That's right.
Jeez,
not even a foot long can you beat me right here. Now that right there is the one right here, y'all. You guys want to know something? All right.
Not even a foot long can beat me. What a flex. Wow. What a flex.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, exactly. Weird. How about, yeah.
Weird flex.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
I don't think that this guy realizes.
I'm sure he does.
You think?
And it gets the views. Gets the
That's
clicks.
right. I mean, this thing got like over 300 and something or 30 something thousand views.
Anybody who can eat an entire foot-long hot dog without chewing
that's not eating. That is I don't know what you call that. That's
mad
throaty.
swallowing.
Yeah.
That throat game, he's GOAT.
Yeah. Live on Marshmallow is like 3 views. Yeah. That's nope, not on the internet these days. 333,000 views on that. That's something.
Yep.
That is something. And poor guy is all I got to say. But I don't know, Matt. I think you dealt with this some. Growing up, there are different kinds of dads. Like some people have these dads that are like very chill, very supportive, very coddling, and then you have like other types of dads that are a little more brutal. They're not going to let you feel like you're the best. Like I don't know how your dad was about this, but it was like playing board games, playing sports. My dad wasn't going to let me win. He's going to beat the shit out of me.
Okay, yeah.
And then basically be like, get good, bro.
Yeah, you're only going to be able to beat me by being good.
Right. And so what motivates a kid more or just makes them quit trying entirely? One of the two things is going to happen.
Yep.
They're going to try harder or they're going to stop entirely.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on how bad they're getting beat.
Right. Getting whooped at everything. My dad was the worst, especially with board games. He would just make you feel terrible and then like rub your face in it and do a victory dance. So, but I saw this video and it kind of just, I wondered how many people remind them of their childhood. Here's a video of a dad and how he handles his son's guitar playing. This got 2.9 million views.
Hey, Dad, listen. That sounds like shit. You guys are both no talent losers. Eat this. Hey, Dad, listen. That sounds like shit.
I was not expecting that one.
I didn't know where it was headed. And then it's like, no, he's just gonna shit on him.
Yeah, and it looked like it was just like a chocolate milkshake, just
right.
Chocolate explosion.
Yeah, absolutely freaking ridiculous. I got a good chuckle out of that. But I see more of you guys hopping into the chat. I see you in here, Bruce, and some of you others. What's going on in Sweet Potato Night? How you doing? And Weird Robot, WTF. Hey, listen, dude. I just show you guys what's happening on the internet. I didn't create this. I didn't make this.
He didn't curate this list or anything.
No, I didn't. These get picked for me, and I just show them. I don't even know who picks these.
The man behind the curtain.
Right. 2.9 million views, though. So clearly people are
because that's funny.
It is funny. Absolutely. Speaking of shit, this chick, she gets into some fears, and I wonder how many others of you have this an irrational fear here that it made me really kind of want to dig into and ask about and see what with you if you have an irrational fear like this. But I kind of related with this one.
When someone asks me what's my biggest fear, but I can't say that it's if I'm taking a shit and someone breaks in and I don't have time to wipe, so I have to fight with the shit still in my cheeks. So I just say heights. When someone asks
me oh man, the internet's so unhinged.
Yeah,
nowadays
it is. It is
just unhinged
and just so brutally honest. People are so okay,
or just made up, just brutal. Like how like ridiculous can you get and be serious or semi-serious about it, just to throw everybody for a loop?
Right. But I mean, that is like, I do you have any irrational fears like that? Because for me, that one actually does resonate. It's kind of like the whole like, sleeping in the nude, where you're like, if I'm going to sleep in the nude and then someone breaks in, you're like, am I going to have to fight somebody with my wiener out?
That's an advantage.
Yeah. Just
if some dude came charging at me, even if I was breaking his house, he charges at me, he's naked, I'm like, oh, I made a mistake.
Right.
This was the wrong house. I don't really have any irrational fears. Funny enough, like my first week of college, my roommate, who I didn't really know at the time because it was the first week of college, and I guess 2 guys that lived across the hall were like, hey, let's go to the dining hall. And as we get over there, like, oh, okay, cool, dudes, I gotta go take a shit real quick.
Yeah.
And I go and I sit and I'm in there, and all of a sudden I hear the door open and the guy's chuckling, and my roommate was this big muscle head, and he just charges the door and like kicks the shit out of it, broke the hinge off or the lock off. And I was just in there shaking his shit, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here.
And he just did it to mess with you?
Oh, yeah. And they were just having a laugh.
Yeah.
They tore down the dining hall like 2 months later. That's why he was able to like kick the door open. Because it was just like they hadn't been maintaining it. It was about to fall apart.
Right.
But yeah, after that, I was like, oh, it's not too bad. It's not that traumatizing.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be getting in a fight with Dookie Cheeks, you know. That's
Are you kidding? I would jump on them butt first.
Right.
Be like, how does my doo-doo taste? As you sit on their face.
Right, exactly. And holy smokes, the man, the myth, the legend is in our chat and just absolutely drops the hammer down. We have Raider with 10 gifted Criticless Cast memberships. The absolute homie. Thank you, brother. That is really appreciated, dude. Super kind. We love to see it. And for everyone else that gets those 10 gifties, welcome to the cult. We are glad to have you. And as always, like I said again, thank you, Raider, so much. And I think it calls for that. At least calls for this.
Thank you.
Nice.
It's much appreciated, dude. Thanks a bunch. And we glad to see you here in the chat, dude. And I did see, I guess I'll pull it up while we're pulling things up. I did see the legend Quagmire in here for a $5 saying hail in and out. So he's back in here with his
back in here with the silliness.
Which, listen, I've been picking fights for days now because the in and out simps, man, they're all over.
Like, I'm just gonna fight everybody.
Yeah, listen, you know, if there's a hornet's nest to kick, it appears that I'm gonna kick it on the internet. It just seems to be my lot in life. I'm just gonna accept it. But like we said, Quagmire, when we get our in and out here, we will get an in and out. We'll get cookout. We'll get Whataburger, and we'll have all three. And we'll do the taste test and see who has the best burger. So
we'll just have a whole special stream.
Yeah,
just us trying burgers.
Trying burgers, a burger stream. I think it's totally worth doing. So, and
I actually even talked about doing just like just a side stream of just me and her, just like trying food,
right,
and just like talking about movies casually,
right,
not like reviewing, just be like, man,
right,
what happened to that movie or whatever,
right, just a movie chat and snacks.
Yeah.
And see, we're not alone here. Sweet Potato Night too. See, look out, dude! You're getting shown up there with all these other supporters of the In and Out is Overrated Club. Sorry, Quagmire. It seems that we are not alone. All right, so there's, oh my God, a dog just busted in here. See, this is what happens when you don't lock a door. See, y'all about to see a pit bull coming to say hey, but before he bulldozes, oh my God, he's gonna bulldoze literally everything. Oh no, 2 dogs. I wish I could show you guys what is happening right now. This is absolutely ridiculous. No, see, every time Matt gets one dog out, another dog runs in. Oh my God, they're literally gonna take down everything. Oh my God, Seeker, sit. Seeker, calm down. Well, he'll say hi. There's Seeker. Oh God, they're yanking cables and everything. This is ridiculous. I don't know if that door is gonna lock. Oh, and they're gonna be stuck in the entryway because there's a. Oh man, gotta freaking love it. Yeah, that's what I get for not locking a door. Well, anyways, after that, Matt's on dog duty here. Did the girls see?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, someone let them escape. Yeah, the headphones got yanked across the freaking room, unplugged. I don't even know if those are still going to even be up. Something just came unplugged, Matt. Here, I'm going to see if we can even hear anything. Oh, wait. Nope, we're going to be able to hear anything or hear stuff. I heard it pop. All right, so when I was in Florida, Beardo had this thing that he was quoting nonstop, and I've been trying to find it. He hasn't. Oh, our picture, Matt. Beardo had this thing that he was quoting nonstop. And I wanted to pull this up and show you guys because I haven't seen it circulate anywhere in the internet, and he didn't even show it on Bro Science. But this is absolutely hilarious, and it has to do with dogs. So all of this was very appropriately timed.
Well, isn't that cool?
You got a breath. You got to taking a breath.
Nothing better than wrestling dogs,
dude. Seriously, it was literally one dog would go out, he'd get it out of the room, and then he'd go to get the other one, and then the other one would run back in, and it was just them going back and forth. I'm surprised that the cameras didn't get yanked down.
I'm glad they didn't get yanked.
Yeah,
everything else did, but
really bad. But all right, sounds good. Well, this has to do with dogs. Just check this out.
Oh my God, are you
no,
okay?
I can't hear it, Matt.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I think that I bet that you guys can hear it. The dogs did mess up the sound, and that is just lovely. All right. They do this every freaking time we.
It was because when it got unplugged.
Yep, exactly.
The audio input.
StreamYard probably went freaking crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, we run a tight ship around here, guys. We have it all figured out.
I mean, it's happened to us. So.
That is very true. Let's see if we can hear it now, Matt.
What happened?
Nope. Oh my god, we might have to kill this segment after the dogs freaking did that. Damn it. All right. What I'm gonna do, we can figure this out. I promise. Sorry, guys. Like I said.
What about the audio just coming out of your laptop?
Stoops professional. It is all set on the right thing.
Is it muted? Coming out of your computer?
Not supposed to be. Oh nope. There was one more cable that was unplugged.
Still not plugged in all the way,
dude. That dog yanked out every freaking cable we had. We're working. We're back, folks. Woo-hoo! We're back. All right, here we go. Check this out. This was what Beardo was quoting for an entire week.
Oh my God. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What happened?
I was running on the trail and I stepped in some dog shit. And I sat down and tried to clean it off my shoe, and this guy come running by and he stepped in it. I laughed at him and said, I just did that. He come over and fucking punched me in the face like 3 times, called me a nasty son of a bitch.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
Literally, not even kidding. Beardo was quoting that entire thing for a whole week. He would just randomly go into the monologue and be like, he called me a nasty son of a bitch. But yeah, and Sweet Potato thinks it was staged. I don't know.
Definitely staged.
Let's look at the face. Does the wound look?
Yeah,
he does. There's a little wound. Maybe it was a wound from something.
I still think it's staged.
Either way,
I don't see a wound.
It's a good bit. It's a good bit. That is a good thing to. That would be a fun one to do to somebody if they, to just watch for some dog shit, wait for them to step, be like, I did that.
That's a lot of layers. That's a lot of work.
There's some layers.
You got somebody in the corner like, recording it, so you think it's authentic.
Right, exactly. You gotta prep for that one, but I do like it.
Ooh, look at Riz Biscuits up in here with his fancy emotes.
Yeah. Love it. Dropping the pack rim emote. All right, now y'all check this out. This gave me a good chuckle. This got 1.3 million views and it's pretty funny.
There's a lot of rumors circulating the HoloNet about you being found in the Hut files. They're saying that you groomed a young Anakin Skywalker, and now there's reports that you know how to channel the Force. So
that's fake news, totally fake. What a disgrace. It's absolutely disgusting. I know nothing about a Plagueis or a Hut. Nothing about an Anakin Skywalker. I know about a Darth Vader. He's a great guy, but never heard of an Anakin Skywalker. Frankly, I think you're trying to spread false rumors, and that's not a very nice thing to do.
I mean, it's a valid question, right? Like Jabba was known.
Quite lucky. Listen, I don't even know why we're still talking about this Jabba guy. They're calling him the Sarlacc snack. Did you know that? I always still talking about this loser from Now Hutta.
There's a lot of rumors circulating.
This is too good, man. People are creative. That's a perfect May the 4th joke.
Oh yeah. I feel like there's a lot more comedy groups on social media these days.
Yeah.
And they're doing pretty well. I saw one recently got a deal with Netflix to take one of their like online series and make it like 20-minute like longer form content for Netflix. I was like, good on them.
Well, that's the thing, man. Content creators are kind of the future of a lot of this stuff. They're all getting gigs and making movies and everything else. So it's pretty cool to see watching these people moving up from just getting, fame from social media and then going places. So the next thing I wanted to play. So, when you're going on a date, right? And there's like, you don't want to rip ass in front of the lady,
Sure.
You're like on the date and you're like, I'm feeling extra farty, what
we got the rumble going on.
Yeah. So sometimes you gotta play the environment right, to just eke out a few farts so that the lady doesn't hear.
Yeah.
So this guy, he's showing, what a lot of us dudes do here.
Chariots, my lady.
Thank you, kind knight.
Guys, like I get it. I've been there.
All right. Chariots, my lady.
The convertible straight up took me out. Like, just it's a freaking great joke. It's a great joke.
That was a great joke.
Big props to these guys. This is smart blonde TV. But yeah, this one did some numbers too. Absolutely ridiculous. And I love that they pull it out there right there at the end. And I've been contemplating on whether to show this. It leans into the whole stuff that we talked about last week, actually.
Okay.
So last week we were talking about the whole ordeal with the guy who made the accusations of his boss lady.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
I don't know if
Morgan.
you heard that it was all bullshit, that the dude, like, it's definitely the reason that the reason that they're backing the woman is because apparently this guy has a history of doing this, and it was full of shit.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Which makes all of it even better because of how ridiculous the shit was that he said. Like,
yeah, it was like stuff that you were like, you didn't make that up. Like, that's like seemed like it was like much. It seemed real.
That was the thing. It's like the insults were so brutal, like the fish-headed wife thing, and like the just like saying that she like made him like her like grind his face, all the ridiculous stuff, right? It's just all ridiculous. So then I saw this because everybody, obviously the gag about his wife, all of that, everyone's leaning into it, and this video gave me a good chuckle.
Do you think I look like a fish head Asian?
No.
Are you looking at pictures of fish? Are you trying to see if I look like an actual fish?
No, I'm just saying, like, you don't look like that. Like, I'm trying to get in this guy's mind and be like, how did he get to that? Like I'm looking at different kinds of fish. I'm looking at salmon. I'm looking at trout.
Yeah.
Is it like a shape thing? I'm like, this is crazy. Is he trying to say like, oh, like they're like fish have like eyes or like
what? You think Asian women have eyes on the side of their head?
No.
Is that what you're trying to say?
No, get it. Like I understand you should be mad. I'm mad. Like,
I'm mad at you because you're trying to figure out what fish I look like. That's crazy. Do you think I have cannons?
you have like, you know what I mean? You have like, because cannons is like, that's like, I don't even like, I'm not an artillery guy. Like what I'm saying is they're like, I'm
digging that hole.
They're mobile, agile. I'm as mad as you are about this article.
You are literally not.
No,
you are
because this
literally
guy,
not.
no. Can you just like,
what?
Go like this for a second. So yeah. Yeah. No.
Oh my god!
No, I said no. I don't see it at all. Nothing. No resemblance. This guy's crazy. That guy's crazy. They should deport that guy.
They should deport that,
bro. Like legit, one of the best skits I've seen. And the first comment.
I gotta love the AI. There you go.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's and also this second comment here. I'm not an artillery guy. Like the best rebuttal for if you get asked if she's got cannons. You know, do I have cannons? You know, like, I'm not an artillery guy.
You're not an artillery guy. It's cool.
I'm more
like
a guy. You know, I like just a simple pistol. You know,
yeah.
I don't need cannons.
Yeah, gets the job done. Easier to compact. You know.
Yeah, it's bro, so good. Freaking took me out. So we got another one here. I think this is gonna be the I think this will be the last one that I show here for you guys. But I got a chuckle off of this. This got 5.1 million views, and the panic in this man's face.
Girl, last night Ruben came in with the package that he got off like TikTok Shop, and he pulled this out, and I was like, what even is this, Ruben? Like, is this from Adam and Eve? Are we gonna be like, oh, Christian Grey, take me to the red room? Oh, what the hell? What? Are you kidding me? Ew, what do you call this position?
Oh my
God. Wait, what is this? Am I like an eagle learning to get its wings? Like, I don't understand. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Oh my god, guys, I'm stuck. Oh.
That guy's flash between his eyes.
Oh yeah. And on film too. He was trying to crack a joke and make himself the joke.
It would have been hilarious.
He would have been like, part 1. Who the fuck did I marry? Girl.
Dude, I just like, have you ever had something like that happen where you end up in one of these scenarios where it's like you get stuck in it's kind of like being a kid and getting your finger stuck in like a finger trap or something. And
yeah. I think so. It's been a long time.
Right.
I feel like I was wearing a wetsuit, and it was back when I learned how to scuba dive, and it was a little too small. And wetsuits are supposed to be tight,
right?
But I had to peel it off, and I just couldn't get it to come off because it was a little too tight,
right?
And I remember being like, "Oh shit!" This is expensive.
Right.
I need to be able to get this off and not broken. I can't cut myself out.
I'm gonna rip it. Right. I'm gonna cause something. And it's kind of that it's that claustrophobic thing, right? Too, where you're just like, I don't know if I'm gonna get out of this scenario, or if I do, it's gonna end bad.
Especially if it's something that's over your head, because I think that's what I was like. I was pulling it off, and it was over my head, and it wouldn't go over my head, and I was like, oh, I was freaking out.
Yeah, like Butter said here, I worked on cars for years, and I think that's where my relation to it is sometimes you'll end up with your arm down in an engine compartment or something, and you'll get stuck. And then it's just and the problem is you start to panic and it gets worse. And then it's just, but that's kind of what makes it great about this internet age of everybody's got a camera all the time, right? And so it's this scenario of this guy where it just happens to get caught on film because he's doing something stupid. And the second that I saw it go over his arms like that, I was like, oh no, that is not.
Yeah, you're about to get your arms pinned back.
Not going to be good. But yeah, it causes you to panic, and you always make things worse when you do that kind of thing. And I think a lot of like I said, the blue collar jobs and stuff are the type when you're working on things or when you're out just doing something you don't normally, you get put in a scenario that you're not normally in, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I'm stuck, or under a car or working underneath something or whatever, and you're just like, oh no, this is bad. But yeah, I got a kick out of that, and it would have been hilarious if somebody had come home and found him like that. Now, there is one more thing I wanted to bring up, and I was looking to see if I could find previous ones. I didn't show it on previous weeks, but there's a fad right now going on. I don't know if you've heard about this, Matt, but it's this current trend that is happening where young people are basically raiding Scientology buildings. Have you seen this?
I've seen this. It's hilarious.
Okay. And I was trying to see if I could find one of the raids. I had it saved for a previous week, but it was when we just had a whole bunch of stuff. And I was looking to see if I could find one, but I need to.
Is it the one where they got a bunch of small people?
Yeah. So they did get a bunch of midgets and had them freaking raid a Scientology building. There was that one that happened recently. So this guy has people dress up and show up places. And I think he was going to try and do one. And this is absolutely absurd. 24 million views.
Minions! Tonight we meet Tom Cruise! All right. Here we go. Hello. We are here to meet Tom Cruise. May we come inside?
And their security's been ramped up since all of these raids.
Yeah, they've also
Okay, maybe this will change your mind. Voila! Feast your eyes upon push-ups. Go! If you let us meet Tom Cruise, you can do whatever you want with this one. Everybody beg!
The building looks so absurd, also.
Yeah.
The main Scientology
We
building.
commence dance recital. Go! Oh, yes!
Can you imagine being on the street and seeing this?
They're
Just
still
what the
unimpressed.
fuck?
it would be pretty funny also just know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
Santa Monica Pier!
And this guy does a lot of this stuff. I'm definitely muting that because that is the exact type of song you get popped on copyright for. But yeah, this guy does this where he has these dudes dress up as minions and takes them around and just does these absurd like skits. But what I was gonna pull up here, what we can do. He tagged it, and I'm sure we will find one of these because a lot of these have been going super viral.
Well, while you're looking for what I saw, what Scientology buildings are doing now is they've removed their handles off their buildings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can't like get in. You have to be like let in.
Okay. That's smart. I mean, I guess because like what a lot of what they were doing was, if you don't know, was they were doing these runs through the buildings, and what they were doing was they were mapping it out. So they were making this map to see how far they could get on each run. So every time they would come back to a Scientology building, they would be able to get further through it after all of these runs through it. It's just absolutely absurd. I think this video kind of pulls together multiple of them. Yeah, so there's these huge groups. There's the oh, I'm not playing that music either. The little folks running through. I just also like, how did he get so many? Like how did
he probably just put out a message, be like, hey,
right,
who wants to raid? We're specifically looking for like midgets.
Right.
I'm not afraid to dance around that word. I'll probably comment.
No.
But that's probably all they do.
Right. Yeah, I'm guessing so. And there's just been so many of them. I keep running across videos, and yeah, see now like these guys got locked out. But I mean, I guess if there's anybody you're gonna troll, Scientology, you know, not a bad group of people to troll.
No, it's hilarious because they're not gonna like find anything.
Right.
You know, they're not gonna like, unless they go to like the main campus where, I don't know if they do it anymore, but it was reported they would keep people like imprisoned in like their outer buildings, but they were there willingly because it was punishment or whatever.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's which is so weird. I'm guessing since that rumor came out, they stopped. Would be my guess.
Well, yeah, once the documentary started coming out,
right,
and people were like, "Yeah, you know, I didn't get to eat or use the bathroom for a week in this building."
Right.
Yeah, they probably just made it more secretive. It's probably in some basement.
Yeah, probably so. So I think that's going to be it for Culture for Boomers because we do have a lot to cover today.
Let's do it.
I do want to talk about Mortal Kombat. I've seen that some of you guys in the chat have also seen it already and want to talk about it. I definitely want to break down what the deal is with Mortal Kombat, kind of dig into y'all's thoughts, pull up the Criticless reviews on where things are sitting with Mortal Kombat and all of that, and actually talk a little bit possibly about some news and everything, depending on how we're doing with time. But yeah, Matt was asking me before the show. He's like, "So what do you think about Mortal Kombat?" And I was like, "I don't want to wait." Like,
I'm not telling you.
Yeah. So he doesn't even know what my opinion is currently on Mortal Kombat. So we will. I guess what we'll call this. Are we going to call this? This will be a bit of water cooler, bit of spoiler free. So we'll go ahead, just because all of you guys love it so much. We'll run the pump, ladies. And before we do that, I did want to pull up a few supers here really quick. We've got one from My Dixie here, who's for 5 says, not to derail, but I'm caught up on all Criticless notifications. Check my emails and spam. Nothing anywhere. Which of us... what is that? Which of us tarded? Yes. Resend. Yeah, I'll resend it to you, dude, because that is really wild. I sent it first thing this morning. So, and I did it on Criticless too, which is really weird. So I don't know why you're not seeing anything from me. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll try and send the response from another email because I definitely responded to both things. Super weird. So somebody doesn't want us to communicate. And Caveat Ties for 5 says, excited about Mortal Kombat Annihilation discussion. I have flawless victory review for it on Criticless. Yeah, Annihilation is a bit different than the
I was about to say
new movie that's coming out.
The old one, isn't it?
Titties. Yeah, but we will look up Annihilation. I am
old man.
Yeah, this guy. Thanks for the 5 caveat. And we do also have the ever reliable. We love to see it. Life on Marshmallows for 5 gifted Criticless Cast memberships.
Nice.
Thanks a bunch, brother. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And to everybody who gets those memberships, welcome to the cult. We're glad to have you.
Yeah.
And Two Penny Puppet says, raiding a church is extremely illegal. Bunch of question marks. Yes, it is.
Is it?
Well, so
because
Yes. Well, the other question is, I guess Scientology is considered a church technically.
I think their church status.
Yeah, they are like. Well, I'm sure they would be just so they don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah, I get all the tax breaks.
Right. Exactly. So. Yes, I would think so, because there was a whole thing recently with Don Lemon and all that stuff where they infiltrated that church with all those people.
But wasn't that that was protesting though?
Well, and they were, but they were like, which also just like, is it considered a public building?
Like, but even a private building, like you can still enter private buildings. Their security will tell you to leave, but I don't think you're gonna. I mean, I guess they can hit you with trespassing,
right?
But then if you run away, they can't catch you.
Right, if you run away. Yeah, so I don't know. But also these people doing it on film, like that's also a sticky wicket, if you will, because you're incriminating yourself. So
yeah, you're like, yeah, that was me, because that's my channel.
Right. And that's my face on this video. So the whole thing's a little hairy. Yeah, it probably is. There's some legal issues with it, without a doubt.
At the minimum, is trespassing.
Right. Yeah. But
so they'll probably get hit. But then again, they've probably made so much money off those videos that they'll be living happy.
Right. Can you imagine them like imprisoning like 30 midgets like, in the jail? Just like, what do we do with all these little guys?
Do a little person prison.
Yeah, like they gotta have a special.
It's a little daycare.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Freaking wild.
That's taking a good, isn't it? You walk.
Yeah, Robot is saying they're a corporate entity as well. So yeah, there's all of that too, because there is a corporate element to that. I don't know how that would be addressed. The whole thing's kind of weird. I guess we'll start hearing if we start hearing about people going to jail and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a long time because our court systems are
takes forever.
Bogus.
Yeah.
So we won't know for a long time.
Probably not, unless they just literally start locking people up. But I did want to go ahead and pull up. So what we're planning on talking about here is Mortal Kombat 2. With this movie, I was trying to decide. I've been trying to work it out to where I can go see some of these movies at least before the show.
Yeah.
And kind of talk about them to some degree and kind of give you guys an idea of what to get into for the weekend and whether the movie's worth checking out. So with Mortal Kombat 2, zoom in a little bit here so that it's substantially easier to see. We do have 2 reviews so far, unless some more have come through. Oh, 6. 6. So in just the past little bit, everybody's seeing this thing. Okay, so let's see here. We got Rant Man with a 60%. It says better than the first, but not by much.
Okay.
But we got Kada has already dropped his review with a 56, and he says the film has the exact problems that the first one did.
That's awesome.
Pacing, acting, writing. Linko, though, in the chat, liked it a lot, gave it a 90%. He'll probably be doing a video review of that. And then Experiment gave it a 65. So he liked it pretty well. And Cynical Crusader gave it a 90%. And Tired Consumer gave it an 80. So we'll have honestly, at least some type of a score from this within the hour, I would guess.
Yeah, I think definitely by tomorrow we'll have
easily.
Scores.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of people checking this out. So yeah, Nick knew it was coming. He's like, there's more. Yeah, so a lot of reviews came in for this. So we've already got 6, and Risk It saying Kada couldn't even see over the seat in front of him to give it a proper review. That's a good point. Maybe that's the case. And Toby says Kada hated it. I'm gonna love it. Yeah, I
kind of get a vibe he just hates everything.
Kada has gotten to where he doesn't like a lot. He's kind of like Wizard. Like I get the vibe that like Wizard kind of hates everything as well. There's certain guys. Now Kada, he's been 50-50. Wizard has been poo-pooing a whole lot of stuff lately. And not just a single Wizard out. There's plenty of other people as well. He's just the first one that popped in mind that he's just really has been like adamantly, like vehemently disliking things.
This is why we're bad critics.
Right.
We're just like, we like movies.
Right.
We like lots of movies. I like most movies I watch.
Right.
I'm never overly harsh on movies because I just like them.
It's gotta suck. Well, and that's the thing that we've pointed out a lot. And that was the whole thing with starting Criticless is, the whole thing is it's just like we aren't critics. We take things a lot lighter. We're a lot less serious about it. We don't nitpick things to death. And Sweet Potato says, yeah, Wizard is one of them. And I thought that this was an interesting statement here, Neo, and I am going to touch on this. He said a bait and switch girl boss movie. So have you seen it, or is that what you're hearing? And so I will give my opinion on this movie and let y'all know what I think. Matt does not know. Matt, if you were to guess, what do you know? You don't know? You don't know?
No, I think If I was gonna guess, I'm trying to remember. I think we all really like the first one. I know that. I'm gonna guess a high rad.
Okay.
For you. I think you're gonna be like, there's a couple things I didn't like, but I like the majority of it.
Yeah. That's a good guess. And that is what I would have been guessing as well, and kind of where I was expecting to be coming into this movie with. Now,
Okay.
and to show this too, just to prime everyone for all of this, is here is my most anticipated movies of 2026. This movie has been on number 5. A lot of these have come out. Now, my number 1 is still Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Still holding tight to that, but Werewolf's up there, Masters of the Universe, Resident Evil, and then, it goes from there. But I'm actually really excited about Obsession. That's next week. And that's kind of more indie horror, but I am very excited about it. So just so everybody knows, this was my 5th most anticipated movie of this year. And if you didn't know, on Criticless, if you scroll down and you click on where it says lists down here, you can see any list that a person has made with this movie in it. So we have a slew of lists with Mortal Kombat 2 featured. So this is, and most of them are the same type of list as me, of just like most anticipated or most successful, whatever. So yeah, that's the case with this movie. Now, my personal opinion here, and just to break things down as well, this Mortal Kombat movie, same director as the last one. From what I gather, the dude's only done 2 movies. He's literally done the last Mortal Kombat movie and this Mortal Kombat movie. This one, not a
what a
right.
What a slew of movies.
Yeah, right, exactly. And so this movie, it's 2 hours long. I did the usual of showing up like 30 minutes late, and actually, believe it or not, the movie didn't start 30 minutes late. I think I was maybe a whole minute or 2 missed the intro of the movie, but I'll do that. I'll sacrifice that, and I have to sit through actual commercials for restaurants in a theater because that's the new thing they're doing, and it is terrible. So, Mortal Kombat 2. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was not expecting that to be the case. I thought I'd kind of be over the moon with it, or even because I got more excited. My hype went up because I was like, a lot of people, as we mentioned earlier, weren't as crazy about the first movie. Had some complaints with it, and we're like, you know what? Give most of that stuff a pass.
Yeah.
But all in all, we had fun with it. It was rated R. It was gory, and it had a pretty succinct story. But I figured this one would be better, even just for the fact of we're getting Johnny Cage. We were getting Johnny Cage in this movie. It's played by Carl Urban. We are getting Baraka in this film, which is a character that I really dig. We're getting some of the characters from the last film back that had died, and why are they back, and what's the deal with that? Like one of the big ones too, one of the fan favorites from the last film was Kano. He got killed off. Personally, he is the best part of this whole movie. Kano is, and he's not in the movie nearly enough.
Because if I remember right, he's like a smart mouth.
Yeah,
he's a merc.
Yes, yeah, he's a contract killer, just talks shit, and that was his whole deal. Yeah, Shao Kahn's in this. There's a lot of characters in this one. Now I was political things aside and whatever. I do like Carl Urban's acting. Typically, I like the stuff that he's in.
Yeah,
he usually shows up. He was actually one of the biggest disappointments in this entire film for me.
Really? It seemed weird that they were hyping him up so much.
Right.
They were just like, look, it's Johnny Cage.
Right. Well, and that's how they ended the last film. Everybody knows that everybody loves Johnny. Now, the biggest complaint about the previous film was that they attached the whole movie to essentially a character that did not exist in the Mortal Kombat universe. They created a character where they're like, this guy is Scorpion's son, and he's going to be the through line for the whole first film. A lot of people didn't like that because they're like, the roster for Mortal Kombat is massive. Why the hell are you going to make up a new character?
Sure.
Like, why do that? And so I get that. With this one, that guy is back, but they were pulling him back clearly and leaning in, hearing what the fans had to say. I think that opinions are going to be kind of all over the place for this movie.
Okay.
I think that there's going to be a group of the audience for this new Mortal Kombat film that love it for the fact that this movie is mostly just fan service. It is a lot of fan service, very little story, horrendous dialogue, some really bad line deliveries.
Oh.
Like this movie.
Oh. Oh.
And this movie is cheesy in bad ways. Like there are things that are cheesy where I'm like, this isn't like 80s, 90s cheese good. This is just like bad writing cheese.
Were they just trying to pull like dialogue from the games or something? Because I know some of the games are just really cheesy, especially the older ones.
Yeah, well, and they are, but it's kind of that's the problem is they went for like cheesy moments here and there where they're like trying to go for a laugh, and no one in my theater even chuckled. Like there was a lot of that. Like Johnny in this movie, you know, you're thinking, hey, they're casting Carl Urban. He's gonna like show up 110%. We're gonna get a Billy Butcher-esque, you know, kind of a very, I don't want to say over the top character, but just a very strong character.
Yeah.
A lot of the movie, Johnny's just kind of a sad sap.
Really?
Yeah. And it's still kind of his film in a sense, but they're juggling a lot of characters. It's split way too thin between all these characters. The big focus is Katana and him. The comment I pulled up earlier.
Yeah.
The bait and switch. Being a bait and switch girl boss movie. Kind of not wrong. Like at the end, a lot of it is like, here come the girls to save the day. Like, and it's just kind of like, the thing is that wouldn't show up as much if we hadn't been getting that exact thing for the past, I don't even know how many years, right? Like, you know,
for a long
time we've been getting that where it's like, if they had done that and it had been in the 80s or the 90s, you'd have been like, yeah, this is like a part in this movie. In this one though, no, it's a little more noticeable. It wasn't what ruined, which in the movie isn't ruined. I just kind of left with the,
Yeah. So then it sounds like what I'm hearing is you're more like, this is a decent movie.
Yeah, it's a decent. I'm probably gonna be. So let's see. Where was Kata? Kata gave it a decent as well. He was a 56. I'm probably gonna be like a 59. This is one of those movies. It's decent. I will never watch it again.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
As I did say, there's a lot of fan service. There's a lot of those like. The thing is though too with the fan service, if you know the lore and the fan servicey stuff, you kind of see it coming. So it's not as interesting. Like you see a setup for a fatality and you're like, I know what's gonna happen here. I know. So like on top of all that, the movie was fairly predictable. Even with some of the deaths. Now there were a couple deaths that surprised me. They killed off. There's a character that they killed off that surprised me. Pretty good bit. But there's like some other moments where there's a character I don't want to get it. I can't get into it because it's too spoilery. But there was a almost character death, and then they do something ridiculous, and the character doesn't die, and you're just like, what just happened? Like I don't even want to say, but it's just such a weird moment where I don't understand why they did it. This guy, I think is, so I'm looking, I kind of wanted to look to see what Kata was saying. I was pulling up his review. I did want to see some of his complaints, which I know a lot of y'all say y'all typically don't agree with Kata. And I wanted to see if we aligned. He does have one of the lower reviews for this currently. Now the fight scenes, and he talks about here, they are a lot, he points out they're more fluid and cool in this movie. The fight scenes are pretty good.
Yeah, that's what these movies are about.
Right.
Or should be about.
Yeah. That's really good. The gore is there, and when the gore happens, the gore is good.
Okay.
I dug that. Now, I did see him calling someone a charisma vacuum, and I wanted to see who he was talking about.
What does that even mean? We got
Kano
energy vampire?
No, okay, so Kano is still a bright spot of everybody, and Cole Young is a charisma vacuum. So I'm not sure who Cole Young is. Maybe, is that the dude that plays? I'm not sure who that is. But anyways, yes, Kano is absolutely the highlight of the film. And there are multiple people in this movie who I thought their acting was like quite bad, to say the least. I was not a fan of some of the acting in this film. Some of that, though, was connected to the writing specifically. There's some writing in this movie that is just so kind of on the nose and cheesy for me that it just did not work at all. And I did see Bob popping in here for a tenner, and Bob for 10 says I'm between movies right now and thought I'd drop in. The movie was the most excellent. Let's go, Bob.
Yeah, but look at his reasoning there.
Yeah, especially if you ignore the acting, story, editing, dumb choices, etc. Kato saved the movie. Let's go. That's awesome. So, Bob, is it actually most excellent, or is it like a decent? Or is
that almost sounds like sarcasm.
But yeah, let me know, Bob. I am curious if that, or if you're, because yeah, you're not wrong. Like the acting, the story, the editing, all of that stuff in this movie is bad. Like it is.
And see, that's where you got to be like, okay, this isn't the most excellent. There's too many things I can list that are problematic.
Right.
To be like, this is the most excellent.
Exactly. Yeah. There is some. So that's the thing. All right. And I always like to preface things. It's been a while since I've actually come in and like thrown shade on anything. I've been mostly,
as I was like earlier, we like movies, and Blaine's like, I just
I don't like this. It wasn't great. This is not a great movie, but it's not a bad movie.
This is basically Jaws.
It's actually a higher score if I give it a 59. It's technically a higher score. But everything isn't rated on the same scale. I've said that many times. With this movie, I guess that caveat.
Oh, so Bob says 40 to 50.
Yep. Okay. So you're in there with me, Bob. Yep. I feel that. Yep. That totally tracks. So I think that we are going to see more lower scores. I think what's going to hurt this movie is word of mouth.
People are gonna be like, I didn't like this. Okay, I'm not gonna go see it then.
Right. This is a movie that definitely would thrive from word of mouth. There is just some like I said, with like some of the dialogue and some of the acting and stuff, there's moments where I saw it and I'm like, that line wasn't necessarily bad.
Yeah.
But the delivery of the line was that bad. And the way that you edited that line into the scene was bad. Like the timing was bad.
I wonder if they were like rushing reshoots or something where they were just like, hey, we don't care how you say it, just say the line.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You can just be like, blah, 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 and we'll use it.
Right. It is weird. It's a very weird thing, and it was pretty noticeable for me. So this is one of those movies that I think if you're cool with just getting fed the fan service, you like the fatalities, you like seeing these characters on film.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is the characters all mostly look pretty good. I wasn't crazy about Jade. I did not like Jade. I did not like the way that they did that character or anything about her, really. All the other characters were fine, but at the same hand, like I say, like Johnny Cage was a shoo-in. Like, you have an excellent actor, you have a beloved character, and he was written like crap. He's written terribly. I did not think Carl Urban's I don't think his performance was good. I did not think the character was written well. Like, I think that pinning the film on this character and it being so poorly done was one of the weakest spots of it. And then on top of that, they do bring back some, like bringing back Kano worked well. I loved the fact that they brought back Kano, but then they brought back Scorpion. And when he gets brought back, you're just kind of like, did he need to be here? Like, like did he?
They were just like, we're doing fan service because he's one of the favorite characters for the non-fan fans.
Right. And so there's certain things like that. So I just, man, it's a struggle. I hate it because I did really want to like this so much.
I don't know if Carl Urban's actually a good actor.
Right.
Speaking, I love Dread. Great movie. But when you go and actually watch his movies, he plays kind of the same kind of person in most of his movies.
Kind of a douche.
Kind of a douche. Kind of just like, ugh.
Right. This gruff guy.
I'm kind of moody, gruff guy.
I'll say, actually, I think one of his best performances and the most typecasted role that he's ever had was when he was in the Star Trek movies as Doc.
Oh yeah, his Bones.
His Bones was a very good performance.
I liked him there.
Yeah, I did.
I can't really remember. He didn't seem overly Carl Urban-y.
No,
but I couldn't.
No, he doesn't. He's kind of unrecognizable. He's clean shaven.
Well, yeah, that alone.
Yeah, he just looked very different. Which he's clean shaven in this as well. And so, yeah, and Bob says too, he wanted to like it too. And it's just,
he did laugh.
Yes, well, he said he laughed, but not because he was supposed to laugh. That's the thing. And like I said, like this movie's cheesy and not in an intentionally cheesy way.
Yeah,
like not in a way that, like, okay, the best example I have, we've all seen the Street Fighter trailers. You watch those trailers and you're like, this is cheesy on purpose.
Sure.
You watch this and you're like, this is taking itself very seriously and is coming across cheesy. And so personally, I actually like the I liked the first Mortal Kombat movie better than this one. I think that the story was more cohesive, even though basing it around old dude's family and all that stuff and him being an character. Like, I get why people didn't like that, but it made more sense. This was just kind of like, it just felt like a bunch of cobbled together scenes.
I mean, really, this wasn't needed at all because we have the two movies, as King Titty was talking about earlier. We have the original Mortal Kombat and Annihilation. That's all we need.
That is very true. That is very true. Yeah, because those original two films are pretty beloved. Now, the second one, not nearly what the first one was.
No, but I think that's the one when Jax shows up, and I just remember being like, this is so cool.
Right. And Jackson, he's in it. His character, not great.
The problem is they're trying to make them all like characters.
Oh, and
just make them fight each other all the time. That's all I care about.
I don't know if you said earlier, the Cole thing. Cole was the actual character, not the actor name. Cole is the character that they created for the movie. That's the whole thing. And he is a charisma vacuum. The guy sucks. He has some of the worst freaking lines in this movie. They're cheesy and terrible. Like there's some horrendous writing in this movie. It's bad.
You sure it's only decent?
I know. It's yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I might be with Bob. My score might be going down as I'm talking about. This might be like a 50.
Yeah, once you start thinking on it.
Yeah. And they do like what kind of got me and almost aggravated me was, and I don't remember if they did this in the last movie. They play on our nostalgia and they bring back the Mortal Kombat song. The Mortal Kombat.
I was gonna ask if they did that.
They bring it back multiple times. They even interweave it into the score of the movie. And Life on Marshmallow says that this was a different writer and editor than the first one, and it shows. It absolutely shows. I think that the last movie was absolutely written better and edited better. And this one is like, I think that this suffers. Unlike what Kata said, I think that this, if you had those complaints in the last movie, buckle the hell up in this movie. Because that shit is.
I think we're going to see a lot of really negative reviews then. Because there's probably plenty of people that'll just come in and be like, that was fun. A lot of action. Didn't care about anything else. Rad. And there's going to be people that are going, wait, that was a terrible story. Terrible editing. Didn't like the fighting. Don't like the character portrayals. Heinous.
Right. So we will see here. It's, as Sweet Potato's saying about the word of mouth. Yeah, I think that that's going to be it. I would say to honestly just wait until it hits Max. Because we all know it's going to. It's going to be on HBO Max, and you can watch it there for free.
Yeah, and stuff's been moving quick, like 45 days.
Yeah, and honestly, with the year that we've had this year, we've had a lot of bangers. There's been a lot of really good movies this year, and I think that it's kind of a bad look where this is a more anticipated one. You've had a lot of other big successes this year, and then this one's like one of the first big releases of the summer, and it's just kind of a womp womp.
And then we have Street Fighter next month. Is it in June? Or is it July? It's relatively soon. So you got another fighting movie, video game fighting movie that's competing against.
It's definitely soon. And even the marketing, they've kind of like the actors and stuff have been kind of competing, which all the Street Fighter actors are coming out and talking shit and being like, our movie's going to be better, which has been really interesting. I can almost guarantee from what I've seen, it's going to be better. And yes, the first film is on Max, unless they've recently pulled it off. But that's the thing. Like I said, look on Criticless. There are people that are liking this movie, and some of y'all are in the chat that are liking it a lot. I refreshed it. We don't have any other new reviews yet. Kata and I are currently the lowest reviewers on here. We have 3 most excellents, 2 rads, and a decent. Or 2 decents technically, including mine, or 3 decents, including mine and Bob's. So, but the thing is you find people that you agree with, you typically align with, and look on Criticless and kind of judge where you go from this movie on that. Maybe you won't agree with me. Maybe the fan service will be enough. Maybe the kills because it is very rated R. And there are a couple, don't get me wrong, there are a couple good Johnny Cage moments, but the problem is even in those, I was thinking this could have been so much better. This specifically could have been done so much better.
I just saw Neo's comment there about Street Fighter being too campy. You know what they should do? The Tekken game.
Yeah.
Another fighter game that hasn't, I don't think it's been made into a movie yet. They should do a serious Tekken movie.
Right. Tekken seems like one that would work better serious. And I keep seeing a lot of people like Neo, saying that they should have gone serious with this. I don't. Street Fighter is not one of those series that I've ever taken seriously. There is the anime from back in the day, the movie that they did.
Yeah.
That's played seriously. It works because it's an anime. You can have these ridiculous over the top looking characters. And honestly, I do think that Mortal Kombat to some degree works better for playing serious if you do it right. The problem with having such absurd things like this, it's kind of like with an anime movie that's live action. It's a lot of these obscure, ridiculous, like over-the-top elements. And if you take yourself too seriously, then it can come across wrong. Like it just doesn't work. And I think that
I agree.
I personally think that if the Street Fighter movie had been taken seriously, I don't think it would be good. I get where people are coming from, but that's just not what I want from that. And I like the hamminess of what they're doing. As long as it still respects the series, I'm on board. And that's the thing, is watching this Mortal Kombat movie, I was stuck between and I think that this is an issue that a lot of these types of movies are going to run into, is you either need to go more serious or you need to go more hammy. And Mortal Kombat was kind of in the middle, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and that's like, if you look at the original movie, like not the one that came out recently, but the 90s one, it was serious. And it worked because you're like, oh, this is serious. This is life and death. The mortal realm is in danger.
Right. Exactly.
And I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I haven't seen this one, so I can't opine on it yet. But they definitely kind of got away from that a little bit.
Yeah, I get that a lot of people didn't like that they didn't have the combat competition in the first film. They do in this one. The first film was building up to clearly doing it in a second film.
Sure.
They do it in this one, but still they like kind of do, kind of don't. Like, so, which it all revolves around the bad guys cheating, which the first film did as well. It just, I don't know. I felt like this movie almost needed more fighters, even though there was a lot of characters, just so they could kill off more people. This movie, to some degree, with some of the characters, felt like they were scared killing off certain people.
Yeah, same for the third movie.
Right, which then again, like in this movie, they brought back tons of people. So it just was very wishy-washy for me. I do not think that this movie was a success. I'm not personally a big fan of it. But if you like it, more power to you. I hope people, anything that gets people in the theaters, I say this all the time, where it's like, if people are showing up to the theaters and we're making sure that we're keeping that ecosystem alive and well, I'm happy. But at the same time, I'm not going to encourage people to like, hey, you need to go see this. Like, wait till it comes out on home release.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going to sit with this new movie. I'll drop my Criticless review soon. And I might even just go ahead and we'll kind of edit and possibly even just cut up this review and make it our Criticless Cast channel review, and try that out for once. So I don't know. Let me hear your thoughts as the week goes on through the weekend. If you do end up seeing this, get your reviews in on Criticless. We want to hear everyone's thoughts. And if you are just a lingerer or lurker in here and you don't use Criticless yet, do that. Drop your reviews in Criticless. Download the app, Android, Apple app stores, all that stuff, or the website, and drop your reviews. Because it does help a lot. And when we have these movies like this that are new and we can tout our scores and throw those around, that it reflects well on us. So
yeah,
it is.
Some guy on X was mad because the Devil Wear Prada only had, or no, Animal Farm had like 11 reviews.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, only 11 people reviewed this.
Right.
Well, yeah, because it was a bad movie that a lot of people weren't liking.
Right.
And he's like, well, God, why can I trust this? There's only 11 people. I'm like, bro, nobody saw the movie.
Right.
So what can I tell you?
Who else are you going to trust? Like, yeah, literally no one watched it. Like, you can't hold that against us if it's a film that no one wants to see and gets panned this bad. So, and yeah, Linko, I know you're one of the ones that liked it. So, and that's the thing. The fight scenes are pretty decent in this movie. I think that they're really solid. So I totally get it. And it does feel like the games. And glad you kind of hear where I'm coming from. But and that's the thing when I'm hard on movies like this and we have such different opinions. I know some people really like to kind of, I don't know the best way to say it, but it's like almost come after people for enjoying things. And I'm like, look, everybody has different tastes. Everybody likes different things. And sometimes if things are cheesy or not well written or whatever, certain things like that don't bother certain folks, right? And it's like, I'm not going to judge you for that. If you like it, you like it. And hey, more power to you. I love when people love things and I love to love things. And if you don't agree with me, that's okay. Like everybody's not going to agree on everything. So I absolutely get it. And that's kind of the atmosphere that we like to have around here, where it's like people are just, there's some things you're not going to like, you're not going to vibe with, and I'm not going to shame you for liking something or not, unless it is just something that I just violently hate. It has to be something like The Invisible Man.
Oh God.
It has to be a movie where I'm like, you liking this makes me judge you as a human.
Yeah.
Like it's that bad, but that doesn't happen very often. That's once in a blue moon. There's not a whole lot of that. So, and Caveat says, I will judge. Yeah, that's totally understandable, And yeah, Jaws, listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to prime y'all for just forgetting, just removing that from your memory, which I'll still say it is one of those things where a lot of people actually don't like Jaws. You know, there's a surprising amount of people that
He's like, yeah, I'm not the only one.
I'm not the only one out there. And yeah, Hayden Wayne. Yeah, I thought the internet was an echo chamber. Yeah, there are people that definitely say it is. And that's why I point to Criticless all the time, because it's like Criticless pulls from a very specific side of the internet. You know, we do. There's no denying that. And it's just because it's hard to market to other sides of the internet. When you're a company as small as we are, you have to have people that are willing to interact with me as the owner and just with the company and whatever. And the thing is that the diversity of thought within Criticless is way different than a lot of these talking heads want to paint out that the discourse is on the internet. You know, for us pulling from mostly one side of the internet and there to be such a variety, you would think that our scores and all sorts of things would come out totally different than they do if the whole echo chamber thing was actually true.
Yeah.
So it's just, it kind of is what it is. And yeah, I hear you, Gunslinger. It is, hey, it is the perfect summer movie for some people. Yeah.
What do you think of Deep Blue?
I haven't seen it in so long. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to go back.
Because that's a great shark movie.
Yeah, that is kind of the thing in general, is just that I am not a big shark movie person. We've talked about that.
It just occurred to me, because I was like, another great shark movie.
Right, exactly.
Deep Blue Sea.
Yep. Yeah, and Jamie says everybody should judge everything for themselves except for the thing. The Thing is amazing. I do agree. I bought it on
Just
4K
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
That The Thing was a flop.
Yeah, it was.
The box office,
and
which is shocking.
And the critics hated it. It was a double whammy.
Dumb.
Critics, they're idiots. Critics have always been idiots. Nothing's new.
Yeah,
it's always been that way. And so what was I going to say? Oh, with The Thing. I think The Thing is one of my all-time favorite films. I think I gave it 100. Like
it's a perfect film.
It is really.
It leaves you questioning. It's a tight set. It's a tight story. There's no loose ends except the one that's intended to be there. Like, it's a perfect film.
Right. I agree. And I like that Hayden Wayne is on my page too, where he says Jaws is just kind of all right. And that's my thing. It's like, it's all right. It's a totally fine film. It's just not for me. And that's fine. It's not one of those I'm going to watch over and over, but my kid's the opposite. He watches it like every other week. So he loves it.
He's probably like, Dad, you're dumb. This is 100%.
Oh, he definitely does. He's literally like, yeah, well, you hate Jaws, so shut up. And I'm just like, oh my God, you sound like everybody on the internet. Leave me alone.
Get off the internet, man.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, so that is my thoughts on Mortal Kombat 2. You can take it or leave it, but I just would kind of prime you guys for the what you're getting into with that movie, and the fact that it's I don't think that Mortal Kombat 2 is going to do gangbusters. I think that there are going to be, and listen, this is another thing to remember. I am one of the least critical people in this entire kind of community, this Geeks and Gamers Fellowship, extended talking head space, whatever. I am probably the most soft on things out of anyone and get the most shit for being forgiving of a lot of things. So take that, I guess, into consideration when kind of my thoughts on
it.
So
be prepared for some harsher reviews.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see. I just say buckle up, because I know this community, and I am preparing for this movie to get absolutely decimated by the likes of Drinker and Gary and some of the other guys. So we'll see what everybody thinks, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for a bunch of positive opinions to come pouring in. So Matt, I don't know. We've got obviously we're gonna be talking about Small Soldiers. If you've never seen Small Soldiers, you need to listen to us talk about it, in hopes that we will encourage you to go see it, or not see it, to rent it, watch it, whatever. It is pretty easily accessible. And but outside of that, I want to see, Matt, is there anything else that you want to talk about? Anything you've been watching lately, or that had kind of been on your mind as far as any kind of water cooler-esque talk that you might want to get to before we dig into Small Soldiers?
Not really. I actually really haven't been watching that much.
Really?
Yeah.
There's I was kind of like scrolling through, because there's
wait, have you watched the Darth Maul show?
I have not. So
I watched the first episode.
Okay.
Looks good. It's intriguing.
Okay.
And then I kind of forgot about it. And then I just saw recently that the show ended. or is going to end soon.
The season,
and everyone's been hyping it. I've seen people been like, "Why isn't anybody watching this?" Like highly rated, on yada yada.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing, and we can pull up here because as I always reference our side of the internet. So it's at a 72% on Criticless right now.
Okay.
Mall Shadow Lord. So or 74% by 22 people. So, and my FWB has a 70%. That's Life on Marshmallows in the chat. So he liked it fairly well, but it seems like that's the thing. Now we got Beta Ray came in here, gave it a 14%, clearly didn't like it much, but he is the lowest one. And we have a lot of high scores for this.
Yeah.
And most of our community is very critical of Star Wars, anything Star Wars.
I mean, they've earned their they've earned it.
Yeah,
they've earned to be critical, and they've earned for people not to show up.
Absolutely.
Like the new Mandalorian movie. I will be kind of shocked if it does well. Even if it's a good movie.
Right.
I will be shocked if it does well.
Oh, dude, yeah. I think there's a strong chance that Mando and Grogu tanks. Well, I say tanks. It is probably going to be the lowest performing Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah, I just don't think anybody cares and nobody wants to show up for it. And they're not, I haven't seen any good marketing for it. Like there is some marketing where they're like, oh, it's kind of like an old Indiana Jones or something.
Right.
Like that's not good marketing for me.
Well, yeah,
I'm not going to do it.
Right now with this whole Mandalorian and Grogu scenario, it's like they've changed the marketing in general. Like they're trying to pull on nostalgia and pair like clips from the old movies and stuff with this trailer to be like, remember Star Wars? Remember the original trilogy that we shit all over for like 10 years? Well, that was cool, right? Come see the Mandalorian, which is basically it's kind of just part of the TV show that we turned into a movie. So
yeah, we're gonna finish it with a movie,
right? Well, and that was the whole thing. Is like they took a script. That Mando and Grogu movie supposedly was like Filoni was writing a script for the show and like putting the show together, and they're like, we'll just turn it into a movie. So like it was literally just set up to be a show. But I hope that Mando and Grogu is good, even if it doesn't do that great. I would love to see a win, but also not hold my breath.
Yeah, that last season was
season 3 was
just not great, not memorable. I just remember laughing at it and not enjoying much of it.
Yeah.
So I just have like no hope, and they haven't done anything to be like, bring me back.
Right. And that's the thing, is that Disney's got to buy back the fans. And that whole rumor, the whole thing going around right now with, the possibility of them, basically jettisoning and getting the sequels out of there and possibly, making the, continuing from the original series would be the smartest thing.
They would never do that though.
That's
they wouldn't do it though.
That's what so what they're saying, and I did a short about it the other day. Film Threat was talking about it. The rumor is that what they're talking about doing is taking the plan is to take the stuff with Ahsoka and what they did in Rebels, and they added the world between worlds or whatever in Rebels, where they could. It was essentially like a time travel-y-esque scenario. That's how he saved Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Rumor is that what they're going to do is they're going to use that same thing and they're going to use it in the Ahsoka show, and basically they're going to make it to where the sequels were an alternate reality, and that they essentially live in
which is why Palpatine is alive.
Right.
It finally makes sense.
Right.
Because getting thrown into the heart of a Death Star that then blows up.
Yeah.
Would definitely kill you.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
It absolutely would. So yeah, that's what the rumor is. I don't know if that'll actually happen, but that's about the only way that they could pull it off, and it's the only thing that's going to World Between Worlds. That is right. Yep. That's the only thing that's going to potentially save Star Wars, because no one wants anything continuing. And also, rumor has it though that the new Ryan Gosling movie also kind of sort of loosely connects to the sequels. So unless they change that, nobody wants shit to do with the sequels. Like this.
Yeah, I totally forgot that there was doing
Starfighter. Yeah, which I'm actually kind of excited about, because Ryan Gosling.
I'm not excited for anything Star Wars these days.
I know. It's just I say kind of excited because typically Gosling does pretty good movies.
Yeah,
and that's why he attaches. But at the same time, he was in Barbie, and that movie was a bucket of dicks. So.
Wow, he was the shining star of that.
He was the star of Barbie for sure. So, anyways, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the Star Wars world. I might check out Maul. Shadow Lord. I might watch that. I was actually part of why I went into this. I was kind of looking to see if anything was going on in the water coolers on Criticless. And so you guys are talking about just some things that have been coming out lately and whatever. Also, Blue-Eyed Samurai, they've been teasing a new season of that.
Oh, yeah?
Very freaking excited for that. So when that happens, if you have never seen Blue-Eyed Samurai, holy shit, watch it. It's fantastic.
It's what got Blaine into anime.
It is actually kind of what got me into anime. That's really what was kind of the igniter to it all.
Yeah.
And this has got an 84. There's not nearly enough votes on this. You should absolutely watch Blue-Eyed Samurai. People were expecting it to be like girl bossy stuff, and it was not at all. So yeah. But yeah, I know, Jamie. Sorry, we moved off of Small Soldiers for Star Wars. I know. We'll get back to it. So yeah, we do need to get back to Small Soldiers. You're right. I'm sorry. Thanks for calling us out. We deserve it. We will talk spoiler free for just a few minutes. So one more time. And I did want to pull up as well I didn't want to pivot off of it because we had a $20 super chat from Hayden Wayne. And he says, Drinker and Mahler both said today they liked MK2. Really?
Really?
Dude, with the way that those two rip things to fucking shreds regularly, and they said that they liked MK2, they very well might be paid shills after this. That's wild. Don't tell them I said that. Said it has a problem, but it's dumb fun. And they were encouraging DJ Cobra, saying he's going to love it. Dude, I don't know, man.
And see, that's where I'm like, okay, sure. You can be like, I love these parts. I don't like these parts. It's a decent movie.
Right.
You know, because you settle out in like a decent range.
Dude, yeah. That's wild because those two are notorious for absolutely just decimating stuff. I can't believe that. Yeah, but you said I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. First time to the theater in a year.
Nice.
Dang, you have not seen some really great things in the theater that have come out.
You're picking something that is
and
divisive.
Yeah. So I hope you love this, dude. I really do. I hope.
Yeah, dude.
I hope you enjoy it. I'm still blown away that Mahler and Drinker liked it. I'm super shocked. I can't really process that. I thought
Blaine's shorting out. Don't worry, guys. We'll be back in 5.
Right. Like I'm the guy who gives everything a pass, and these guys are saying they like it. So I don't fucking know what's going on.
You gotta go watch it again.
No,
you're wrong.
I really don't want to do that. And then I got reinforced because Bob came in right behind me and said the exact same shit I was saying. And Kata dropped his review. Granted, I regularly disagree with Kata, and Kata said the same stuff I did. So it really, I don't know what's going on with Mahler in this movie. I'm kind of perplexed. I don't know. I'm not sure. And but that's the thing, Linko. I am very familiar with the games. I have played every Mortal Kombat game. I am one of the OG Mortal Kombat people. Like, it was my favorite game ever. Have
you played all the recent ones though? Because I saw some comment earlier, and there was just like this movie was felt more like the more recent.
Oh, game. It does. Well, and I just finished the most recent Mortal Kombat game in its entirety.
Yeah.
And the previous one I played before that through it. And I played the old ones back in the day. This one just didn't land for me. So I get having a soft spot for the game. I do too. That's what I'm saying. Like, this was my number 5 most anticipated. And I also agree that Kata normally has terrible takes. So I can concur with that as well. That's why I'm kind of surprised. I love these games. I love them. I was very excited for this. Was not impressed. And that's
I just love to see all the reviews all over the place for this kind of movie.
That is very true. That is very true. So yeah, I mean, I'm super familiar with it, and I think honestly, some of that was you do have to have a lot of familiarity because they don't really hold your hand with the plot or anything in the characters. They're just kind of like, here's a character, here's a character, here's a character, like here's a world, and they don't explain a lot, and it's bouncing all around. And
yeah,
this is a movie that Drinker and Mahler would absolutely normally just trash, saying that it's a mess and all over the place between the writing and all that stuff. It has got to be a nostalgia thing because it does not track with previous opinions on stuff. I wildly disagree with them on this movie for sure if they're hyping it up that much. Now, granted, if their score translates into something closer to us versus kind of how they're talking about it, I guess I could get behind it, where they're like,
it also could be a hype thing to be like, did you actually like this? Let's go watch your video.
Right. Yeah. Trying to encourage them. I don't know. Yeah. Missing the opening scenes, mess with my judgment. I didn't miss the whole opening scene. I only missed like a minute or 2 of it. I figured out what was going on pretty quick. So I don't think that messed me up too much. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see where everybody else lands on this thing as it continues. But we gotta talk about Small Soldiers, guys, because that's what a lot of you guys are in here for, and a lot of y'all watched it. So we need to touch in on all of that. Small Soldiers currently has 33 reviews on, or 31 reviews on Criticless, which is pretty stinking good for a movie as old as it is. So we will get into all of y'all's reviews for Small Soldiers, but I did already run the Humpy Ladies, so we're going to go ahead and get into our conversation about this. Now, I've already kind of led into my opinions on this movie. This is a childhood favorite of mine. I saw it in theaters when I was a kid. It came out in 1998, so I got to see this at kind of the perfect age. I was like 10 years old. It's kind of that sweet spot. It was peak like 90s. They marketed the shit out of this movie, but another big reason that we were reviewing this is because the movie was critic hated. The critics did not like this film. I think it's somewhere in the 50s on Rotten Tomatoes. They didn't like it a lot. Now, if you don't know what Small Soldiers is and what it's about, the overview of it, at least on Criticless, is when missile technology is used to enhance toy action figures, the toys soon begin to take their battle programming too seriously. Very simple premise.
Yep.
It's one of those movies at the same time, like it is very, very 90s. You can look at this through multiple lenses. You know, if you look through if you look at Small Soldiers too seriously, you could poke holes in the tech and such, I guess is the best way to put it. You know, I mean, like it's toys coming to life.
So it is plug a chip in. That's all it takes, apparently.
That's all it takes. But in a nutshell, you know, this movie, it's like Toy Story meets Gremlins.
Gremlins, yes. Yeah. I just clicked.
Yep.
Same break.
And there's yep, exactly. Well, now the best part about this, and I did not even realize until this rewatch, same director. This is the Gremlins.
Oh, then that makes total sense.
This is Joe Dante, who is an absolute legend. This guy has done some fantastic films, and I think that he is one of Hollywood's very underrated directors. But this is the guy that that did Gremlins, which also explains why it feels a hell of a lot like Gremlins. And so I think that, as you guys are kind of saying in the chat, you know, it is for those that saw this back in the day, it's a nostalgia point for a lot of people. Like
yeah, I can see that.
It is. Now, part of why I wanted to kind of prime all of this in the way I am is because I wanted to find out, Matt, is this one that you had seen? Is there any nostalgia? Was this new to you? All of that.
So I had the movie on VHS.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you anything about the movie, though. I remember the premise that the toys came to life,
right,
and they were fighting each other. And funny enough, I actually had the PC game, and I remember the video game more than the movie.
Okay.
And so in the video game, you could play as like the different characters, and you were trying to fight the other guys, and it was like an exploration game.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, it was cool. So I couldn't really remember anything about the movie. I couldn't tell you last time I saw it or anything like that.
Right.
So I did not have any sort of like strong nostalgia for this.
Okay. So coming in semi-fresh, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't even know like the voice actors or the cast or anything.
Right.
I can remember pictures of the toys.
Right. And we have not mentioned, but it's like the cast in this movie is also quite good.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones kills it. Kristen Dunst is in this movie at a young age.
She does not age.
No, she really.
I mean, now she does, but she's like 50 or something.
Right.
Now.
But still, it's like you can look at young Kristen Dunst and also still see the same person. She's not like one of those people that you know changes drastically or has even had like a ton of work now to where it's like you can't recognize.
Oh no, she's aged.
Yeah,
how she should.
Yeah, she's aged normally and very well. But I remember having a huge crush on her when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then she was in the Spider-Man movies, and which she kind of is like the villain of the Spider-Man movies, if you think about it. You know, she's kind of the worst. But,
she's the worst.
But so where did you sit now after seeing this again? And did you watch it alone? What's the context?
No, Zena and I watched it last night because it's PG-13, so we didn't want to show our 4-year-old.
Okay.
Because we were like, why is this movie about toys PG-13? So we watched it by ourselves. There are a lot of great things in this movie.
Yeah.
But I did feel something was missing and I couldn't, I still have a hard time putting my finger on it.
Okay.
So I'm sitting somewhere in a rad territory with it.
Okay.
Just because there was something, some of the commandos are just really unsettling looking, like almost horror movie-esque. If they had just gotten
giant grin, who's just like nightmarish.
Yeah. There's like three of them are semi-terrifying soldiers to look at, and they were very unsettling to see. And there's a little bit of uncanny valley. I don't know if they did stop motion or what with the characters.
Right. I think there's a little of both. They do some stop motion. I think they do some, or I don't know if it's stop motion, but it was also very early CG.
Yeah.
Like,
so there's a little bit of uncanny valleyness going on,
right?
Which I don't prefer. But still, there was a lot of funny parts.
Right.
A lot of quips that were just hilarious. Just random one-off quips. I didn't write any down, but there's so many of them.
Yeah.
That I enjoyed. And then
it's an excellently written movie.
Yeah.
In general, with just how they wrote it.
I talk about 90s to the core.
Oh, dude. It's so 90s.
I didn't like that the lead actor, he looked like a middle schooler to me.
Okay.
And he was definitely supposed to be like a high schooler, like 16-year-old.
Yeah.
And he did not look that.
He's a guy that looked young for a long time. He had his own TV show when we were in like middle or high school.
Oh, yeah?
I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's not popping into mind offhand, but I'll think about it in a minute.
I was about to say I've never seen that guy.
Really? You might would recognize him. You've definitely seen him. He's continued to do stuff throughout the years. He was definitely a kid actor.
That's funny because I was literally just like, man, I wonder why I stopped acting.
Right.
While we were watching this movie, because I'd never seen
he's been in, I can't remember what character he was, but he carried over. He was in like the Arrowverse. He was in like Flash and Arrow and the Superman show and Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow, all that stuff.
Is he a hero then?
So he had to be like a carryover character. I'm not sure who he played.
Oh.
But now he was in Are You Afraid of the Dark back in the day and different things. So he was more of a kid actor though, for sure. But he has done things over the years. So anyways, but yeah, he did look younger at the time. That was it. Erie, Indiana, and Everwood was the show I was thinking of. Everwood was the show that he was in.
I think I've heard of it.
It was like one of those WB shows back in the day. It was kind of in that same realm of your like the OC and those types of shows back then.
Yeah, and I didn't watch it like that.
It was, and actually Everwood was where Chris Pratt got his start.
Huh.
Yeah, like really early.
I didn't realize. I thought he started with Parks and Rec.
Nope, he was on Everwood way back in the day. So yeah, and Erie, Indiana was an awesome kids show. I've thought about going back. Yep, and see, Mask came in and said the same thing. Yep, they were like besties in that show. So yeah, that's where you got to start.
Look at that. I learned something today.
Yeah. So you're giving it a rad somewhere in the rad territory.
Yeah, I think I'm in the mid rad. Just
okay.
For me, it's the quips
that
just kept getting me.
Okay.
I'd be like, that was a really funny quip.
Yeah.
That's a really funny quip.
Right. And so what did you think about like the concept and just the idea of it and how they did all of that?
I mean, that's cool. We grew up obviously with like Toy Story and
this is like Toy Story from hell.
Other things. Yeah, it's just kind of like Toy Story, live action Toy Story. What would it really be like if there were warriors?
Right.
So it's cool. It's fun.
Right.
It very feels gremlin-y. Like
it's a
very cute little thing that
like
will
young
get you.
Boy movie. Like this is a movie that like young boys will love.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that it's PG-13.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe they were just trying to like be harsh on it when they rated it.
Right. Because I mean, it's like there's some violence, but it's not that insane. You know?
I would have gone with PG for it, and I'm like, I don't know if
there's some blood. I think that's why I got 13 was because there's blood when they get like stabbed and stuff.
Yeah, it's I think when he gets the he gets like hit in the leg.
Yeah, multiple times. He gets like he gets hit with like the corn.
Launch.
Well,
that was what was fun was that they were like the commandos were like, yeah, we're gonna go bigger and better, and we're gonna use our plastic stuff for this.
And Hayden points out a good thing too here, where he's like, Toy Story was for all kids. This movie was specifically for young boys, and this movie is a reminder of how hard the industry in Hollywood has pulled away from making things for boys. Like it is so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
Everything has got to be for everybody all the time.
Yep.
And so, but really 9 times out of 10, they're just making shit for girls. Like they're making stuff for young girls instead of really targeting young boys, where it's like, or they make it to where it's like, yeah, this could be for boys, but we're also going to make it for the girls. Where like back in the 90s, they're like, this is a fucking boy movie. Like that's what this is. And that was the thing. So I showed this to my son. It was his first time seeing it. At first, he was not super excited about it. He's like, I don't know, this is older. I'm like, bro, just listen. Like, you're going to be about it. Just give it a minute.
Yeah.
It gets going. By the end of the movie, he was like, this might be the best movie I have seen in my entire life, and I've seen The Matrix. Like, this movie is awesome. He was like, this is definitely the movie from now on. When my friends come to spend the night, we're watching this one because it is so cool.
Yeah.
So it definitely still hits for young boys. Obviously, it does its job. He had a blast with it. I loved it this go round. Liked it just as much as I did back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know how high I'm going to score it, but honestly, I'm going to score it pretty damn high. Like because that's the thing is how I want to review this is like partially for how I would have viewed it when I was a kid, but then also paired with seeing it as an adult. It's still holding up for me. All the nostalgic bits still working, and it just still being honestly quite well written. One of the reviews to actually point out is Jeremy, I Miss Good Movies. He dropped his review in Criticless, and believe it or not, this guy Jeremy is very sparing with his hundreds, and he gave this movie a
wow. Yeah, he's very critical.
He is very critical. He gave a really long review. I'd encourage you to check it out. But a lot of his thing is, I saw it in the chat as well, was you guys pointing out, like, that this movie was borderline, like, predicting the future as far as just corporatism and all the 100%, stuff.
I, like, knee slapped,
yeah,
like 3 different times being like, oh, somebody wrote this from the future.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. They definitely were calling out where things were headed, and this movie does a great job of that. I think that's part of why Jeremy gave it 100. And I think when I review this, I'm probably going to give it like a 90. Nice. Because I love it. I think this movie is fantastic. I think it's still great, still holds up well. Yeah, like some of the CG is kind of so in parts, like you were saying. Like some of it looks a little weird. Some of the characters look better than others. Like I thought some of the animation or however they did it with like the Gorgonites versus the soldiers. Like I thought some of the Gorgonites looked better animated wise than how some of the soldiers looked, like at a distance. It was like some of the facial things and stuff.
Yeah.
That just weren't quite as good. I don't know if it was how they had to do the more like human expressions of them or something, but I love all of them. Instantly, like straight up was watching this and was like, I am now on my way to seeing if I can buy any of these action figures. Like I want to own some of these.
I'm sure you can find them.
A
lot of money.
Slightly harder than you would imagine.
I just imagine they're very expensive.
Yeah, they are pretty expensive and harder to get your hands on. They're not as easy to get a hold of now, which is a bummer. Now, kind of scrolling through y'all's reviews here, because that's one of the things that we obviously love to do on here. I want to pull it up best I can. JJ Happenstance in the chat, he gave it a 76%. And said that the only bad thing he could say about it is it's a little long. And so it's it's not even a full 2 hours, but this movie, it's one of those things where it doesn't like handle it with kid gloves, like it is.
Yeah.
It's going to explain things. Like it honestly, they explained like how certain things worked and stuff more than I was expecting them to for how kind of absurd the premise is.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff with like the toy company.
Yeah.
I don't think it was over explained, but I thought it was also very interesting. Like you're saying, like,
right. They went,
you guys really went there. Like when he got like the chips and they went to go visit the chip maker to be
right.
Like, what about these chips?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The inner workings of how it all happened, and they're explaining it all. And yeah, it just, all of that really kind of surprised me. And Risket said he saw some of these toys at Greenville, South Carolina Toy Con. So holy shit, that's awesome.
Hayden said he used to have the toys and blew them up.
Oh no. Went full Sid from Toy Story and blew up your freaking.
Sure did.
Oh man. Terrible mistake. I blew up some of my sister's Barbies, so I feel you. But those weren't my toys. So
I doused mine in gasoline.
See, there you
go. Lit them on fire because they were like, I don't know what they were. They weren't like G.I. Joes. They were just like little mini action figures.
Yeah. You hit a phase at a certain age where you get a little older and you're like, I'm going to destroy shit.
Oh yeah, I'm making this real.
Right. So Masked Marvel gave it an 83 and said it's no Gremlins or Gremlins 2, but it's another Joe Dante classic. Yeah, and Joe just does such excellent stuff. His films are just so good. Sarah Toby gave it an 80%, also in the chat, and said the toy version of Gremlins. And yeah, it very much is. There was another movie that I had in mind watching this, and I couldn't pinpoint what it was, and I'm still trying to think about it.
Indian in the Cupboard? I know you were talking about.
Yeah, I think it might have been Indian in the Cupboard that I was thinking of. So there were several movies kind of in this family for sure back then. Now, Wine Fiend, your wife, gave it a 71%.
Oh, I didn't know she already reviewed. We actually didn't talk. We watched it together.
Yeah.
Literally turned it off and went right to bed. I had no idea what our thoughts are on this movie.
Right. And so it sounded like she thought she had seen it and hadn't. And just somehow had missed it, I guess, growing up. So
I mean, she was an only child
around
this time. So
yeah,
if she wasn't like, let's watch it. I don't know if
Well, and like I said, it definitely leans more towards
it's more of like a boy movie.
For sure. And I mean, Gremlins is like I see you saying in the chat, Dixie, it's like Gremlins is better. Yes, but Gremlins is like legendary. Like it's hard to beat Gremlins. Gremlins is definitely a hard movie to beat. Probably Toxic gave it a 60% and said one would describe Small Soldiers as Toy Story meets Gremlins. Exactly. Yeah, we're all on the same page there. And my Dixie gave it a 62. And he says that simply put, it's an inferior version of Gremlins. Come on, the shade, Dixie. The shade. I mean, technically, yes, but like it doesn't mean that it's not awesome. Maester P gave it an 82%. Really dug it. And let's see here. We got Nick Napoli in the chat as well. Paired it with a sweet song here. The Spice Girls Wannabe. Perfect song to pair it with because it's in the movie. Also a great scene. And the mom like hitting the tennis balls back and forth that are flaming.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. There's a lot of great scenes in this movie. One thing I will say. I wish the Gorgonites had done more.
Yes, 1,000. That is my biggest complaint in this entire film.
Yeah.
Because
I get that they were like, oh, we're programmed to hide.
Yep.
And they were like, look, we're cool. And then they only have like one action scene.
Uh-huh.
And I was pretty disappointed.
Yep.
That's how it went down.
Yeah, I agree. They were kind of labeled as like not wanting to fight, and they're the hiders and whatever. And I feel like I was hoping, because I didn't remember this movie enough. I was really hoping that they were going to rebound from that and be like, oh, but they're actually super badass. And they do get a little fight scene, but it's so small and it's at the very end of the movie.
I was hoping they would at least contribute more during the final like assault.
Right. And I can't remember his name, but the main Gorgonite,
Archer.
Yeah. Archer gets his ass handed to him by Tommy Lee Jones
in a very short fight.
Yeah, in a very short fight. So like I think, yes, I 100% agree that my biggest complaint, and yes, they were programmed to lose, Pendragon. That is the big thing about this, is that they were programmed to lose, and I definitely do get that. So,
but they also make a big deal to counter that argument. They made a really big deal about how these are smart chips and they're supposed to learn. And so I would get it if they lose, they're hiding, all that, and they're watching other people fight, and then they're like, you know what? We can stand up and we can fight. And then they do, and it shows all of them, not just once, but like it shows them all like pairing off with the other humans and like actually like fighting back.
Yeah.
That would have just been a cool way to go about it, showing that the chips can do more than just make the commandos extra badass.
Right. No, I definitely can agree with you on that. And Life on Marshmallows gave it a 70%. So you and Nick Napoli are on the same page. He said it was worth watching and appreciated the puppets and such that are in this. And yeah, it was a mixture of, like you said, the puppets and then CGI. And so it was kind of a mixed media type of a approach with this movie. And Scaevola gave it a 95%.
Nice.
Really like this one. So that's great. And it looks like a lot of you guys are super nostalgic about this. And Sun Devil Emily, who was in the chat earlier, I don't know if she's still there, but gave it 100%. Really like this one. So from 5 days ago. And so, yeah, you guys definitely showed up when we announced that we were reviewing this movie for sure. And I do love to see it. War Machine gave it 100% as well. And Spidey Bops, we start getting into slightly older reviews here, like with Still Leg doing it a while back. So that's the thing, is like this is one of those like Eagle Thrashers in here, gave it an 88% and paired it with one of the clips from the movies. It was funny because Clark, when my son, when we were watching it, he was like, they're gonna punch out of those boxes. I can see it now. He's like, the soldiers, they're gonna punch their way out and come and start destroying the store. And then it happens, and he's like, I freaking told you. He was so excited.
For kids, that's great,
right?
Like, I like as an adult in an adult movie, I don't want to be that foreshadowed,
right?
But as a kids movie, I think that's great.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Nerdy Ronin also gave it an 80. So yeah, y'all all, there are definitely some people that poured in with the nostalgia like a while back on this movie, and some of our regulars like Chalk Demon, and like I said, I Miss Good Movies, his review came in here early too. This was one of those that he liked a lot. So yeah, love to see all y'all dropping your reviews for this movie, and we love it when y'all participate with us. I know that this was a big fan favorite, and yeah, DJ, you absolutely should watch this again. You're welcome. I mean, because really, like, that's the thing I've said many times. I feel like I say it almost every week. That one of the things that I kind of appreciate about this show and the way that we handle it, and kind of you guys pushing us to watch certain things, is that you know, we get pushed to watch things that we never would have watched otherwise. And,
Yeah, because I can't tell you last time or the next time I would watch this. I mean,
Right.
like, okay, I have a 4-year-old,
Right.
maybe in a little, like half a year or something. I'll be like, hey, you want to watch something?
Exactly.
Watch it.
Yeah, this is the perfect one. Once he gets of the right age to definitely have him watch this movie. So yeah, everybody needs to do a rewatch if you have not seen this. Hopefully we did motivate you guys. And I didn't do what I said that I was going to do earlier, last week, which was poll the audience, talk about it, and see what we should do next week. Now that it looks like now that we're here on a new month. The weird thing with streaming is a lot of things like leave certain streaming places and whatever. And so that actually happened right around when we were doing this as well. So chat, sound off if there's anything specific that y'all want us to review. And I'm gonna run a poll as well. Apparently Really Old Movies are saying that there was a cartoon this movie was on Cartoon Network a lot. I thought you were saying that there was a cartoon of this, and I was like, how did I not know? Because this would have been an awesome one for them to do a cartoon of.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
They could have totally continued on from all of that and it made it to where, like, you know, continued after the movie where the Gorgonites like find their home, and maybe they actually have to, like, they do get better at fighting and they come to stop the soldiers from, you know, taking over or whatever, or because, which, and the funny thing,
I don't even know what they would do.
War. That was a really interesting thing that they teased at the end of the movie, was that's what he was going to use the soldiers for.
Oh yeah,
was literally to bring them back. So that is going to be that would have been really cool. I kind of hate that they didn't do that. So Matt, is there any? I'm going to kind of search.
Well, I was trying to remember what we had last week.
So last week, one of the ones that we were throwing out there was Pandorum, which is easy to get a hold of. It is a
Sahara.
Yep, and
So two of
Sahara.
them.
Yep. So I'm going to see here. What should we review next week? And we're gonna run the poll. Everybody, definitely make sure to participate so that you can help push what we review next week. Dreamcatcher. Was another one that we were tossing around, and there was a lot of you guys that it seems like nobody has seen Dreamcatcher. Very underappreciated, awesome movie that really rides a bunch of genres. It's still easy to get a hold of, still easy to watch. And after me kind of overhyping it last week, there were like multiple people, like I know 4 of the users came in and was like, okay, now you're kind of making me really want to see this. So that's another one I'm going to put in there. And let's see, is the it's fairly easy to see. Sahara is. So we'll go ahead and add that. So I'm going to run the poll right now. Pandora, Dreamcatcher, and Sahara. And if there are any of you in the chat who, you know, as far as we've said many times, super chats help lean us in a certain direction, especially if the run is close. I know, caveat, Amadeus. I know, Amadeus. I did not see you respond. Actually, I asked you today. They're doing an Amadeus TV show that starts tomorrow, and it looks really actually surprisingly
doing it? Like AMC?
No, it's like Stars or something.
Are you sure it's not TV Land?
Yeah, for old people. Risk It. We did Death to Smoochie already, actually, Risk It.
We did do that.
Yeah, we did Death to Smoochie a couple of months ago.
Go check that review out.
Yeah, you should go check that one out because we love Death to Smoochie. That is one that we have done. So I'm going to start the poll right now. Pandorum, Dreamcatcher, and Sahara. So if you are not familiar with these 3 movies, Pandorum is a sci-fi movie that I feel is, all of these are criticated movies, by the way. All of these are criticated. Pandorum is one of those like underappreciated horror movies that just kind of flew under the radar. It's kind of
it's a space movie, right?
It is
like a sci-fi,
sci-fi space horror movie.
Okay,
very much a horror movie. Sahara is a 2000s kind of action adventure film.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, it's a fun
Matthew McConaughey movie. It's great.
But yeah, and as JJ Havenstein says, Pandorum, awesome. I remember loving it back in the day. I wanted to buy it, never bought it for some reason.
We actually bought it. We have the Blu-ray because there was something where you hyped it up.
Yeah,
and then Xena went and bought it.
Okay, nice.
So I've seen it. It's just been a while.
It's been a long while. Yeah. So, but I know right now Dreamcatcher is not winning. Sahara has a big lead, a really big lead currently. But Quagmire just came in super hot. Oh my Zwanny, holy smokes! Love to see it. So I'll touch back on this. I'm going to get to these two super chats really quick, and we'll look at the poll. And let's see here. Somehow I pulled up Risket's comment calling himself retarded. So Quagmire came in for $20 and said Pandorum. He's been quiet. He's been hanging low this show,
saving it up.
He's just been lurking and lingering, and he's like, you know what? 20 for Pandorum. Everybody suck it.
I'm surprised they didn't drop an in and out in there.
Right, and say something about in and out. Exactly. And then Zwanny 5, similar to X-Wing 5, she's updated her name.
Okay.
Zwanny dropped a freaking $50. Love to freaking see it, and says, I'm working on getting reviews on Criticless. I watch you all to learn how to see a movie in a deeper way and learn how to give better reviews. I appreciate you, Blaine, and want to support you. Thanks. Zwanny, that means a ton. Thank you so much, really. And I do I hope that we can help. It's, as we were saying earlier, it's like we try to look at things through less hypercritical lens, but still analyze films, and we can see their flaws and whatever. But it's like, so many people in the space always just instantly come at things as like a heavy critique versus a celebrating film. It's like with us constantly doing the critic hated movies, it is very much us leaning into just saying like, well, maybe the critics were wrong, or maybe the flaws that they saw weren't as big or whatever.
Yeah, because where we kind of come from our movie reviews, are we having a good time? Do we like these movies? Are they enjoyable movies that have just been shit on by the critics, which tends to be the case. I still think we need to do a month where we watch all critically loved movies and audience hated movies.
Right.
Because we used to do that more often, and Blaine said he didn't want to do that anymore.
I know. It's just more fun to do the critic hated ones.
Oh, but it's fun to shit on some movies.
I know.
We don't do it often, but there are plenty of really bad movies that the critics love.
I know. So we'll have to poll the audience on some of these critic loved movies that audiences hated that maybe.
Yeah.
And sometimes every once in a while the critics get it right, and the audience hates things that is not that bad. It's not as often, but it's an every once in a while thing.
Every once in a while.
Right. But Zwanny, thank you so much for the 50. It is really appreciated. Thanks for the support and for using the app and all of that. We'll look out for your reviews. And Risk It for the Biscuit member for 2 months. Thanks, brother. Love to see it. And we got Quagmire in here for another $5, and he says, busy day at work. Sorry, guys, but your hate for let's see here. But your hate for the Alien movies has started the new harassment campaign against me. Yeah. So that's yeah. Thanks for the $5, Quagmire. And listen, there is no hate for the Alien movies. Do not start another rumor about me disliking a classic franchise. I do not hate the Alien films. It's just that I am more critical on them than some people are. I do think that some of the love for the Alien series is nostalgia, I guess is the best way to put it. I think that there's a lot of nostalgia around the Alien movies. I think that they are, some of them are very good films. I don't think the original Alien, it was revolutionary for the time. I do find it to be a bit boring at times. It's just, it is, and it's not scary to me, but
it's more of a suspense. I don't think it's intended to be a scary movie. There's like scenes where you're like, okay, this is like a jump scare, but the tension I think is more thriller-esque.
Right.
And you also think of the audience at the time, like the chest burster and all that.
It was revolutionary.
Revolutionary
concept. I agree. And as I've said before, like I own all of the Alien movies on 4K Blu-ray.
Defend yourself.
I did. This is not a Jaws situation. I'm just not like going to come in there and be like, Aliens 100%.
Yeah.
I like Alien 2 a lot more than Alien 1. I like
Aliens.
Yes, Aliens. I like Aliens a lot. I think that is a very good movie. Now, I still don't think it's 100%er, but I do like it a lot. And I haven't seen Aliens 3 in forever. I know that one's the one that gets the most crap, but supposedly the director's cut's pretty good, actually. But outside of that, Prometheus and all those other Alien movies are dog shit. They're not good. And I actually do love the most recent Alien movie that a lot of people hate. So there's that. But we do have another $20 super chat From Hayden Wayne in here. Love to see it. Thanks, brother. And he says, I'm not a reviewer. I just don't know how to do it, and I'm fine with that. I just want to know if I enjoy it or not. About to have 2 weeks off at a time. Might start watching stuff again.
Okay.
Yeah, with that much time on your hands. Awesome, dude. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, why not? And come hang with us and watch some of these other like movies that we've been watching on here, and some of these kind of hidden gems that we review, and then some of the stuff in theaters. Because as the summer's going, I'm going to keep doing like today, and when I can, I'm going to see things early so that I can prime y'all on this show.
Yeah.
Know what you're getting into on the weekend.
And dude, like I know you say you're not a reviewer.
Right.
Yeah, us either.
Yeah.
We're just guys that like movies. And so the
Right.
thing I think you should take from it is just, did you like the movie?
Mhm.
And you can even like when you're writing a review, you can just be like, I liked this movie. I liked these actors. I liked the action. Or you can say what you didn't like also, man. I
Right.
didn't like this story. I didn't like how this made me feel or whatever. That's all reviews really are. You don't have to be hypercritical.
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, you know, most critics are douches anyways. You don't want to be a douche. So, but you will, as you start to go and kind of head down this journey of like using Criticless more. And once you start reviewing more, you will pick up a style. You'll start to really find out and hone in on what you really like, what you really don't like. It does definitely happen. It's even happened to us as the platform has kind of been here and been growing. We find that like you'll start noticing things more. Now there's certain things that like Matt and Chris never noticed, like the score. Neither one of them.
I never noticed the score.
Matt especially. Chris does some. But there's some people will notice things like that. Some of them won't. It just depends on the person, and it's fine. Like you don't have to. Sometimes you just know that you like something, and that's fine. So I totally get that too. But Sahara has been an absolute blowout.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What's the number? I was gonna say for Quagmire
There-
gave it 20. I think his should count for 5 votes.
So we should definitely, right, it should count for at least 5 votes.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. There's still some of y'all in here who have not dropped your review or dropped your vote yet. You definitely should if you haven't. But there's 46% on Sahara, and tied for 27 and 27 is Dreamcatcher and Pandorum.
Does it say the numbers of reviews? Or
There's 26 of y'all that have voted so far, so we need to get some more of y'all voting for sure.
Math that shit, people.
Yeah, right. But so yeah, it's hard to say for like 5. It's almost easier to say like percentages of what to give it versus points for weighted. So we either way, we will do Pandorum. So maybe what we do is the plan is, and it just lines up the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
is we plan on doing Sahara this week and Pandorum next week, being that it's dead tied. And then kind of go from there, and then maybe the decider for going out, because we've got a few weeks left now. And I'll tell everybody again, anybody who's in the chat and hasn't heard, I've been kind of talking about it. Jay's been mentioning it. Drunk 3PO Jay, he is going to be here in the studio. I don't know if we'll be reviewing in a movie or what we'll be doing, but he is going to be here. And we will be several Saturdays from now. He'll be in the studio.
I was about to say, is there a date?
Yeah, there is a date
for that.
I can pull it up instead of just teasing it. So everybody just know that is going to happen. It will be a Saturday stream as well when we're planning on doing it. So it is actually the last weekend of the month. It's the 30th that Drunk 3PO will be here in the studio.
Gotcha.
Reviewing Mo Zamboni will be here. And maybe 1 or 2 other people. I don't know. We'll
pack this house out.
Yeah, we could. We'll see. So, but then there's a Carowinds meetup on the 29th is when we're doing a Carowinds meetup. And that's going to be on a Friday during the day. We're going to have a Carowinds hang time with like me, Jay, Mo, like I said, possibly some other G&G people. It's all not locked in yet because this is a very busy month for G&G because we're actually also doing a Savannah, Georgia meetup at 9 Line on the 23rd. So I think, or 22nd, something like that, the previous weekend. So there's a lot of things going on right now. But last weekend of the month, all of that is brewing. So maybe we'll at least we'll have Sahara and Pandorum planned. The Pandorum will happen, Jake, this month at some point. And Riskit says he's going to be at Carowinds. So yeah, anybody who's in the North Carolina surrounding area, you should definitely come to the Carowinds meetup. Come hang with us. And if you can't make it during the day, then come afterwards. We're going to do a meetup across the street, I think at like a Twin Peaks, I think. And we're all going to meet up there and just hang out. And I'm going to give away some Criticless merch.
Yeah, you get
some stuff.
Close to the merch.
Yeah, exactly. I'll bring some merch to sell. And then I think I'm going to be giving away some hats, and we'll have stickers and buttons and different things. So come hang with us definitely for that. It will be cool if you are in the area. which it sounds like Risk It is going on the 22nd as well.
So are you guys thinking about doing on this show on the Thursday?
No,
which will be the 28th.
It won't be the 30th show. It'll be a
Okay.
Saturday. We're just
Okay.
doing a Saturday extracurricular thing. Jay's just gonna come over and hang because I don't think they're coming into town until like that Friday or whatever. So that's the plan at least right now. And like I said, there will be more. There will be some more community people coming in for reviews this week. I don't know if it'll be for this Sahara review or what it'll be, but we'll have some other stuff, especially with Chris being gone for the month. So anyways, I think that the poll is pretty much settled at this point. Sahara is in first place. Pandorum is in second with 29%. Sahara at 46. Dreamcatcher's in third with 25. I know that Dreamcatcher is an unknown quantity, but I'm telling you guys, movie's wild. There will be now. My Dixie probably gonna hate it. Several of you, it won't be your vibe, but if you like horror comedy / Stand By Me vibes, it's a very, very interesting film that is worth seeing, and it sounds like a lot of people have.
I mean, we could just do that for the next 3 weeks. The
Right.
14th, the 21st, the 28th. Just that could be what we're doing this month.
Yeah.
Those 3.
Right. Yeah, we totally could. And so maybe that's what we'll do, unless you guys end up just kind of really pumping something else for us to do. So I think that's it for next week as far as what we have planned on doing. But that's not the end of the show, because obviously you guys know the drill. Holler it out in the chat, but it's time for Send Off Dongs.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
Send off dongs. Send off songs.
That's right, folks. It is that time again for us to give you guys some music to listen to and for y'all to sound off in the chat as far as something we should listen to. Or if you're cave titties and you're listening to classical music all the time, that's his jam. He loves the classical music.
Jelly.
Yep, it is. So and yes, Life on Marshmallows, Sahara, however you say it.
It's Sahara.
Sahara, sure.
I think.
Yeah, sure. Sahara next week. Matthew McConaughey. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Penelope Cruz.
And Penelope Cruz. Yeah, this is we haven't done anything quite like this movie yet. So
the A-Team was similar.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
The A-Team's about the closest thing to this type of a movie that we have done before. So I'm excited. I have not seen it since it probably came out on video.
Okay, I watched it a couple years ago.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I've
recently.
Seen it. Because just funny, the Salty Nerds.
Yeah.
Had a whole stream about it.
They did. Okay.
Yeah, back
Nice.
when we were
Back when they
still
were doing
involved
movies
with
and
them.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were doing movies.
Yeah.
And so I rewatched it to participate.
Oh,
with their
sweet.
stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I didn't realize that they did that back when. Nice. Well, so what kind of music you got for us, Matt? What you been listening to?
Sure. So I've just kind of been in a pop punk kind of phase, which then brought me back to Bowling Soup, back to high school for me.
Nice.
And they did a cover, and I actually might have suggested this years ago, but it's Iran, So Far Away.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so they did a cover of it, and
Yeah.
it's just an excellent cover.
Nice. Okay.
It's just kind of fun. There's a little synth in there.
I
which
didn't
is
know
a little
that they
strange.
covered that. And who was that?
Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for Soup covered that.
Yep. So they kind of did a couple covers in the
Interesting.
last couple years. They did a cover of Stacy's Mom,
Okay.
which was Fountains for Wayne.
Yeah.
It was kind of a
Fountains for
random
Wayne,
thing
yeah.
to be we're covering this, but they
Right.
did.
A lot of
And it's done well for them.
Kind of like you think about it, it's like when Alien Ant Farm did Smooth Criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That genre liked to do covers back then.
Well, and it's because it worked for them if they
Right.
did a good cover. But that's
Yeah.
the thing is, I think these are recent covers. They're just kind of yeah, maybe we'll cover a couple songs and
Right.
become relevant again for a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Hey,
'Cause no
covers.
offense, because their newer stuff I don't think is done well.
Totally. Yeah. Covers can definitely draw some attention. So not a bad move. What I'm going to recommend is a band that used to be easily one of my favorite bands, if it wasn't my favorite band for a while. And I just kind of been in the mood to listen to them again. And that's Modest Mouse.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with Modest Mouse. If you didn't listen to Modest Mouse back in the day, what were you doing with your life, listen to some Modest Mouse. So I think I'm gonna do. Let's see. I'll do Float On because it's
of course
it's the one.
It's the one.
That's the one that everybody loves. It's a great song. It's really what kind of put them on the map. And yeah, Gunslinger, you're right. Weezer did a lot of they did covers as well. They did a whole album of them. And yes, Smooth Criminal is awesome. And I met Alien Ant Farm in an elevator. Super weird. That's such a strange thing. As like, which they were in town for the concert. We were trying to go see them, and they just happened to be in the elevator we were in. Super crazy.
That is super.
But yes, so Float On, Modest Mouse. If you've never listened to Modest Mouse, seriously, do it. They're amazing. Love them. And very chill song. It's a good one, as Mr. P says as well. But guys, I think that is going to be it for today. That has been your show. This has been a lot of fun. Sahara next week. I'm excited about it. And I don't even know. I think Obsession is the movie that I'm going to see next week. So that will probably be.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a cool one.
Yeah.
It's a nice indie horror.
Right.
And like I keep saying, horror doesn't have to be expensive.
No.
You can do creative ideas like Talk to Me that are inexpensive. And that's what it seems like. This seems like one of those movies that's going to be really cool. And it seems like they're going to do a lot of practical effects.
Exactly. Oh, and actually, you know what? I might have to do a double feature.
Day at the theater.
Apparently, In the Gray comes out next week. I did not realize that. And that is the next Guy Ritchie movie. So
I've never even heard of it.
It is super under the radar, and it stars freaking Henry Cavill.
Kind of concerning.
Right.
For a Guy Ritchie movie to be under the radar.
They've been doing that a lot lately with his movies, and I'm pretty sure that's next week. It says May 15th. So yeah, and apparently, I'll probably be seeing Obsession and In the Gray. I'll probably try and time it and see them both if I can manage it. So be expecting reviews from those, and I'll let you know what's worth checking out. In the Gray might be, if I can catch that one before the show, that might actually be the one I see before the show, and then I'll try and see Obsession. You know, later, because I think In the Gray is going to catch the most attention if I were to make a guess. And yes, it also has Jake Gyllenhaal in it. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And everybody, let us know what you think about Mortal Kombat 2. You know, maybe I'm alone in it, but clearly I'm not, because multiple people have already came in and bagged me up on it.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if we go back and look at Criticless now, since it's been a couple hours.
Where it'll happen sitting for that movie for sure. So but guys, take it easy. We will be back next week. I'm excited to talk about Sahara, and we will see you soon. Thanks for all the love and soups and all that stuff and keeping the chat active. We love to see you guys in here, and we'll be back before you know it. Next thing I'll be on is Monday Hangover on Monday, so you can catch me there. And most of you guys know the places that I am throughout the rest of the week, which is pretty much everywhere all the time between Bro Science and Main Event and everything else. So I'll be all around the interwebs. You can't escape me. Everybody take it easy, guys. I'm out of here.
Later, guys. Catch you next time.
I'm not gonna lie, love to take big dump on the toilet watching videos. Respect. Okay.